Hey everybody, welcome back to Is It a Buy, where we talk about stocks and try to determine if they are worth a buy or maybe a pass. My name is Corey. I just like to preface the video by saying I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who likes to talk about stocks, so please take what I say with a grain of salt, all right? Let's get into the video. Uh, you know, uh, well, first let's say some highs to the chat. Let's say some highs. Let's see who's here, what's going on. Very excited to be on. Looks like AS says, y'all buy any more of them stocks today? Hey, looks like they may be on sale. Bit of a a down day today, so could be a good time if you want to buy the dip. Serafina, I bought more GME right after that call. I don't know if that's a good move or a bad move. We're gonna dive into the call. I was at work all day, so I have not been able to really catch up on what's going on. I came home and just hopped right on with you guys, so we're gonna dive into it. No worries if we're not too sure if it's a good or a bad thing. Hopefully we can deduce something tonight. Let's see. This is the way I love it. Johnson, what's up, Cash C? I feel like we are in the movie 300 playing on an AMC theater, of course. What a bloody mess. Oh gosh, yes. Johnson also bought 8 shares of AMC and 1 GME stock. Buying the dip, could be a very, very, very smart play. I am really curious how this week is going to go. If this week continues to go down, I'm going to be adding to my position 100%. There's no way that I wouldn't add to my position on this sale, the fire sale that we're having. I know you guys are like, oh, some people may be a little discouraged, a little scared, but you know what? I just get even more excited just because I know it's on sale. And this is actually a really good point that I want to bring up really quick. Let's talk about AMC really quick. AMC, I believe we did trigger the SSR early during the day. So take that for what it is. We were also, and keep in mind, this is what I was talking about yesterday. Yesterday, we were on the SSR, okay? SSR list, okay? We did trigger that short sale rule, meaning they can only short the stock on the upticks. Now, granted, we've seen this before, and this is why I don't get too excited whenever we are on the SSR, is because we do see that the stock will continue to go down, or it could go down even on these kinds of days. Okay, and it's the nature of the beast. It looks like we have had 2 down days in a row. Just overall in the market, it's not necessarily a GameStop or an AMC thing. It looks like most of the market was down. Actually, I'm only seeing on this entire list of stocks that we recently looked at, looks like there was only one stock that was up on the day, and they were barely up. They were up 0.22% on the day. That was RKT. So if it's a down day, and we're going to have those down days, I have no problem with that. I have been just adding to my positions. Honestly, that's what I've been doing a little bit. I did look into another option. For those of you who were here before, knows I did play a little GE swing. I did get another share. I think it did not hit the $12.50 range. I do anticipate that by the end of the week, hopefully this will hit above the $13 and I will make some money, but we will see. That's a little play that I'm just kind of messing around, trying to test around into some options with a little bit of cash. It's really not too expensive to buy one of these GE options, so close in the money. And so I'll let you know how that plays out. But let's go ahead and continue with the chat. Damon hopes that AMC rises soon. I'm sure we all hope that AMC rises soon, but as it continues to go down, people may want to consider averaging down if that's what they would like to do. Yes, sir says, good evening. GME is hurting right now. Yeah, and don't be too worried, guys. Like I said, all the stocks are hurting right now. Look at all of these red. I know some of them are green at the bottom, but those are the after hours. Looks like they're recovering in the after hours, just a tad, but just keep in mind that we are still doing pretty well. Diamond, I've been thinking about you all day. I'm not even joking, because I saw T-Cat had a crazy run and I was like, there's no way. Like, I could not wait to get back and see like what was going on. So we will take a look at that in just a second. Johnson, what happened to SSR? Yes. Thank you. And this is, and I guess I already kind of touched that, but yes, this is what I've been talking about. SSR. And unfortunately, so I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm always gonna keep it very honest with you, and I don't know what. I would love to see historical data, and even if anyone has this, I would love for you to tag me on it. Or I do have the Discord link in the description this time. Okay, so feel free to hop in that Discord. I don't have it pulled up myself, so I will need to get it pulled up, but I'll pull it up in a second. And so feel free to do that. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just get in here. Or actually, I think I'm gonna have to minimize this. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's go back to this. Perfect. So I do have the Discord link in there. If you want to join, cool. If not, no worries. I think this would be an easier way for people to send me links. We can also, so we will see how this goes. And hopefully it works pretty well. I'm still kind of working the kinks out, but it'll be great. I hope I don't get notifications in the bottom, but I guess we will see. So yes, back to what I was saying, guys, the whole market just had a bad day. The SSR, oh, what I was getting at is if anyone has any kind of data about the SSR rule, I would love to see historical, and this is something I'm going to look up as well, but I wasn't sure if anyone had looked it up before me. If not, no problem. I do want to look into this. And so historically, whenever a stock is on the SSR, right, the SSR list, what does it typically look like? Is it truly, 50-50 going to go up, going to go down? Is it like there's 75% it won't go down? I have so many questions, and these are questions that we need to make sure we're asking ourselves. A lot of people are putting a lot of weight into this SSR rule, a lot of streamers also, but they're not really, but there are questions going unanswered in my personal opinion, and I obviously don't have the answers yet, but it is something I want to look into. Eric, hey, welcome, Eric. Eric says, Corey, how are you doing? Rough day for AMC and GME. Biggest losers today? Oh, man. FREQ. Let's see who the biggest winners are for the day. FOFV. Okay. Hall of Fame. No way. This is the one that somebody was looking at yesterday. Oh my gosh. What was her name? It was... There was a girl, you guys remember we talked about the stock yesterday, and I was like, I would just be a little careful. Well, I guess I wasn't sure because I would rather go to a different kind of resort. But look, what are the chances that stock was the top leader of the day? Let's see the top losers. TCAT has been a winner for some time. Wow, GameStop in the percentage of change. Wow, crazy that it's in here. Crazy stuff. A lot of these are green in the after hours. All these losers are green in the after hours. Interesting. Okay, let's go back to our regularly scheduled program and see what is going on. What's up, Olive? Welcome. I've been stuck in a rabbit hole. Oh boy, Olive, what rabbit hole have you been stuck in? Let's take a look. Trody, welcome. Trody says, hello, do you think the whole week will be bearish? It's so hard to speculate. Personally, I was not anticipating a bearish week. I may be wrong, but I think tomorrow's going to be green. I thought today would be down. I think tomorrow will be green. I could be wrong, but I hope I'm right. And if I am wrong, I think under $10, I will for sure just add to my position. I'm gonna have to do some math to make sure I can pay my bills, but I'm personally don't do what I'm gonna do. Make sure you guys are always in a good position. But personally, I think I am gonna be just if it goes under 10, I think I'm gonna add a pretty good amount, and I'm gonna leave a little room in case it continues to go down, and to continue to keep adding to my positions. Okay. Diamond says smash the like button. Thank you, appreciate it. Yep, it's running. YVR is running. Let's take a look. YVR. Let's see their chart. 22% day, not bad. Man, they were up even more in the morning, but they pulled back and they still did that. Not bad. Crazy. Johnson says, Cash C, can you show us how the squeeze for Volkswagen was two-way? Yes. Okay. Good point. Let's take a look at that, Johnson. Let's see. VW squeeze. So keep in mind, and this is something I've seen going on Wall Street Bets, and I don't want us to be married to this because it may not look exactly the same. It was a little bit of a different situation, but as you can see, let me see if I can get this larger. I guess not really larger, but we can see, or I can zoom in, right? A big brain. Okay. So there are a few different places we could be. Obviously, this is a little bit different, so definitely take it with a grain of salt. A lot of people are saying, hey, maybe we're here. you know, on the way down, and then we're gonna skyrocket. We could be in a few different places, you know. For all we know, you know, all we know is we had a big run. Let's take a look at the chart before. Let's take a look at let's look at, you know, I guess we'll do AMC for now. Okay, let's look at the 1 month. Man, it's been past a month. Let's go to 3 month. Here we go. Okay. So as we saw, you know, we just see this big run, kind of consolidated down, and let's take a look how this compares to this Volkswagen squeeze. So big run, and then it kind of consolidated down. Now there was also a big run here, and it consolidated down. There was also a big run here, and it consolidated down. I guess either way, we would be past this first one. I really, you know, a lot of people are speculating that we're here, and maybe we are here. I just don't want to get anybody's hopes up to where, you know, we moon again and everyone's going to think, oh, that's it, you know. And you know, I could be wrong. Maybe the next moon will be the big moon with everything going on with those DTCC rules. Actually, I did want to take a look at the DTCC rules. I wonder if hey, what? I show up on here? I'm ranking for this? This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. This is so crazy. I'm not like signed in. This isn't cached. I'm always incognito because I don't want any cash on here. This is so cool. I'm ranking higher than Trey. All right. You saw it here first. Wow. Very cool. I got carried away here. Let's see if this is the right page. Oh, okay. Ooh, it looks like there are new filings. Okay, we're gonna have to see what's been filed. 801 still not filed. That's the one I was really looking at. I think this was the most recent one, and I see this. I don't know if these have any effect on this. Looks brand new to me. I haven't seen these, but this is something we may have to look into in the future. Look at DTC rule. Very cool. Amend the recovery and wind down plan. Very, very interesting, guys. We may need to take a look into this. What's up, Bobby? What's up, Bobby? Okay, maybe we'll dive into this a little bit. But yes, taking a look at the VW squeeze again. I don't want to get anybody's hopes too high, but you know, a lot of people, you know, this was a squeeze. This was probably, you know, the biggest squeeze we've probably seen. And it's anticipated that GameStop and probably AMC percentage wise may actually be higher than this. And it's very, you know, it's possible. So, you know, I'm not gonna say it's 100% gonna happen. Nothing is guaranteed, but interesting stuff here. Interesting stuff for sure. I would like to take a look at these, but let's hop into GameStop really quick, okay? Let's look at the GameStop earnings, and let's see if there was anything big about the GameStop earnings. Just want to be a little careful with these earnings. You know, we see these guys, and we've had a rough relationship recently with the news networks, but I'm gonna go ahead and just click on one and let's see. It looks like the synopsis is pretty clear. I mean, and granted, the earnings is the earnings. If they're down on earnings, then they're down. You know, that's the way it goes. But oh, looks like Trey just had a tweet. So let's see what Trey says. Trey says, trading ideas, GME, don't worry, apes. We will be back to pick you up. Free trade of week. Okay, I don't know what this is. Trade alerts. I legit thought this was trades. I don't know if this is the logo's the same. Some weird stuff is going on here. So so this is kind of weird actually. Sorry about that. Anyways. So GameStop earnings, GameStop. I would love a little bulleted list. So I'm gonna see if I can find a bulleted list of exactly what happened. But I would love to see it. Johnson with the $20 super chat to help take a girl out. AMC, whatever. Blessings. You know what, Johnson? AMC it is. You know, we're gonna go to AMC theater on you. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I think it's my biggest donation so far. So, man, wow. Thank you. I'm probably like red. This is crazy. Surreal. Let's take a look. And then they had a new COO. I don't know if this was coincidental. I don't know if the person was trying to knock down Beverly. You were the one, Beverly. Hey, Beverly, I think you were the one talking about this one right here, right? Were you in on this this play, Beverly? HOFV? I'm not sure if you ever bought in. I think you were the one asking about it. But I'm very curious if oh, I think you were in there. I see you with the big smile here. I would love to know your kind of positions in here, Beverly, if you don't mind. That'd be so cool. Like, I'm so happy for you that you had this huge run up. This is incredible. Um, and it goes to show, and I don't know if this was a fluke. I don't know if Beverly knew something I didn't know, but I did exercise caution, and just from my personal view, and look how it did. Absolutely. Oh, Beverly, I can't wait to hear your positions. This is fantastic. We'll take a look. I'm gonna leave this open, or HOFE. I'll have this here so we can take a look in a second. I'm still gonna be looking for these GameStop information. Okay, it looks like there are some key points here. I guess I'll take what I can get. Continue without supporting. No support for you guys. So GameStop missed on the top and bottom lines of its quarterly results, but e-commerce sales jumped 175% last quarter and counted for more than a third of its sales in the period. The brick and mortar video game retailer named former Amazon and Google executive Jenna Owens as its new CEO. GameStop also acknowledged in a filing that it was considering selling additional equity shares. During a much anticipated earnings conference call, during a much anticipated earnings conference call that at one point reached maximum capacity, the company declined to answer questions. Very interesting. Okay, so I mean, big notes here are the e-commerce sales. And I think this is going to be a huge push. We kind of talked about this a little bit before. The e-commerce, how I've been wanting for them to kind of really, I guess I've been more wanting them to say exactly what they're going to do. But for them to have this e-commerce jump in sales, I think that is such a good move for them. Obviously it looks like they were going e-commerce anyways, but for them to be able to say, yes, we're doing e-commerce sales and it's doing so well. If you saw my video last night, I was really I was trying to, I talked about this point. And basically in my video last night, I said, I really don't have any brand loyalty or brand loyalty to any of these companies. If I'm going to buy a graphics card, I don't care where I'll go. I'll go to Amazon, I'll go to eBay, I'll go to, I guess that's mostly where I'll purchase it. But if I can go to GameStop or something, and it's not that, here's the deal. It's not that I go to shop at GameStop all the time, but hey, I know that we have some gorillas that love GameStop, and you know what? If I can do just support them a little bit, then I would love to purchase it from there. And there's a lot of ease of use things, that you could do from purchasing at a store for e-commerce. I really hope this continues. No thanks, I don't want it. So that's great, Now, the only thing that people, I'm sure, are going to be very scared about, because this is what AMC went through, and it kind of is freaking people out, is the additional equity shares. Considering selling additional equity shares, obviously, I'm just kind of learning about it with you guys, but I don't know if these additional equity shares, what they're going to do with them. We don't know what AMC wanted to do with them. One could assume that they're trying to raise capital by selling additional shares, but there was always that fear of dilution in the stock. I don't know when or if this would happen, if it would come to a vote like AMC. I'm sure it would be something like that, and I'm sure it'll be down the line. But I'm sure it's very scary for people who are anticipating a squeeze. If they're anticipating a squeeze, they don't want additional shares popping up, because that could probably really mess things up. But so we'll have to see when this plays out. I don't anticipate that they're gonna like try to put these additional shares out there within the next month or something. Even AMC is like 2 months out or something, or basically in May. So March, April, May. May 4th. I remember. May the 4th be with you. Really easy to remember. So that is that. Guys, GME open at what? Okay, looks like Amjad wants to know what they're gonna open at. Bev killing the game. Beverly, hey, I'm so happy. I love to see whenever we get a little win in here. And man, I'm so happy that this printed for you. And it went up in the after hours. So interesting. I didn't even notice that. It's way up in the after hours. I wonder what it'll do in the pre-market, if it'll continue to run. Very possible that it'll continue to run. You could be at like $10 in the morning for all I know. Man, that'd be so cool. Oh, okay. Beverly said I got a few hundred shares on Friday at $3.52. Bought another right around 3:30 EST. No way. You bought the dip? Oh my gosh. So, guys, well played, Beverly. Well freaking played. Wow. Bought the dip for the rise. Man, I am hyped up. How many shares at you said 352? Another, what was that around? You said 330, probably around, what was this price? High of about $4, probably around $4, and it's at $7. Nice. Very, very great. Yeah, I would love to know, Beverly. Yeah, Olive is asking, how did you find out about HOFE? Did you have a feeling this was going to run? Is this something that you just kind of stumbled upon and you liked it? I'm so curious. What's up, Tommy? Welcome. Man, that is awesome. I do know we have uh diamond in here. Diamond, let's take a look at and we have two diamonds, and so I might have to call you back in, and I'll call the other diamond unless I think of something else. But diamond backhand, let's see. Grant, what's up, my friend? Welcome. Grant, you guys are always here, and I'm telling you, man, I see your freaking names. I know who you are, and I appreciate all the support, and you guys always being here. TCAT. Okay, so let's see what happened with TCAT, because if you guys have been around for a little bit, if you guys have been watching the streams for a few days, you don't even have to be here that long. We just started looking at TCAT probably a few days ago. Okay, wow, we've been in it for a while. We've been riding this for a while. Okay, so TCAT started at $5.20, right? Huge run up to no. $5 to $24, up to $24 in a day. 5 to 24. And I don't like to chase stocks, so I probably was. Oh, really quick, guys. Beverly says just a gut feeling. Oh, I'd visit. Okay, it looks like she's gonna say some more, but wow, so awesome. So five to $24, not bad. And so I don't like to chase, so I'm like, okay, this is probably the end, right? No, wrong. And it's gonna run up to $40, and okay, that's got to be it, right? Wrong. It went, well, I guess it went a little more to $45. Bit of a retracement during one day, but kind of solid. It retraced. I would say there's probably 50% at the most, 50%, and then kind of consolidated. Next day, huge run from $30 to $50. I mean, insane. And then in the after hours and the pre-market, all the way up to $74. I mean, wow. Unreal. Down to $47, but I think you're still way up, backhand, aren't you? I think you're still way up on this. Trody, happy to see the channel grow. Me too. I couldn't be any happier. How? We really need a name. How? We need a name. I know we need a name, okay? I got nothing. I'm like drawing a blank. I have nothing. Okay. Um, I mean, I guess I have a bull on my hat. We can be called the Bulls. I don't know. Chicago Bulls. I don't know, guys. I got nothing. Corey's crew. People always saying Corey's crew, Corey's crew. Uh, I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. Um, okay, Olive says, oh boy. I unfortunately bid on the YVR hook, only down $45 though. Okay. I have YVR pulled here. Okay, did you buy you I assume you probably bought in here somewhere, trying to, hoping it was going to bounce. Yeah, that's what I would assume. It's tricky. Um Beverly says, back to this play, guys. Look at this huge play. That is just kind of being realized in these after hours. Amazing. Just started. Um Beverly, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Who doesn't like football? When the market closed, I see that they partnered up with Dolphin Entertainment. Just lucky. Just lucky. You know what? No problem. Sometimes we're gonna hit those. And that's why people get super excited whenever these stocks are on a run. But you know what? I always say I like the stocks whenever it's like this. Super chill, super low, and theoretically down here, I guess, and then you could do this big run. But I like it whenever it's consolidated, because that means there's only hype to come. And maybe, but maybe. Corey's crew too easy. Everybody likes Corey's crew. I guess we're gonna say Corey's crew. It sounds so cheesy, but you know what? The bull market. Ooh, I like that one, Dave. My buy. I was gonna say buyers. I mean, I guess we don't like buyers, but buyers could be. Hey, what's up, buyers? What's up, my buyers? I don't know. You guys think of it. Serene, welcome, welcome. I see you right there. Grant says CTXR looks like it's getting ready to move soon. Been consolidating for a while. They have a presentation this week and phase 3 results coming in early May. Give it a look. CTXR pharmaceuticals. Excellent, excellent. Presentations and phase 3 results. Hey, you know what? Early May. I love it. You know why? Let's back out here a little bit. Let's look at the 3 month. Okay, no problem. Big gap up, kind of consolidating here. And you know what? Grant, I think that could really be good for you because if they're gonna print, I don't know what kind of earnings or exactly what they're gonna be releasing in May, but if they're gonna be releasing something good and they got that, and you're just far enough out, right? Let's say people get wind of this and it's gonna like go up, and if it starts to go up in anticipation of whatever they're gonna release, that is perfect. You got to get in, like I always say here. And I know it had a run up, okay, no problem. But you know what? It bounced, looked like it may have found a bottom here, and hopefully it's going to continue to consolidate. And whenever they say, hey, you know what, we have this new product or new medicine or whatever, and it's going to be fantastic. So those are when we go. Olive says the green team. Bobby Chow says chilling with Corey. You guys are so funny, man. Uh, Oh gosh, you got in. Okay, you got in. What? Boy, was it this one? Let's look at the one day. You got in at $6 essentially, 5.99. Oh boy, where's 5.99? Okay, yeah, so around here. Okay, I see. I mean, hey, hopefully you bought it on this side and not this side. This side would have been the right side over here would have been a good place to buy it instead of over here. Unless you bought it over here and you see it's kind of bouncing and stuff. So if you got in around this area, I totally understand why you would have bought in 100%. Um, and obviously whatever the heck happened here, it looks like it may have halted for a second or something, because it was just dropped like a sack of potatoes. But we'll see. It looks like it bounced here up a little bit in the after hours, so hopefully that'll continue to print and you can at the very least get out or something. No worries. Okay, Johnson has a few. Let's see what Johnson's got. Decors, True Crew, for suggestions. All right, we're gonna keep the suggestions rolling along. We will see. Grant got in at 147, so I'm feeling good about it. Are they going at 5.99? Okay, we'll have to see. Corey's harem. Oh my gosh, you guys are wild. Uh, what up, Derek? Welcome. It did. Yeah. It looks like it halted. Yeah, you can see it right here. This is just gap right here. Obviously, not a big gap, but the yikes is what I'll say, I guess. Glad I got out of ELP. It is off the market. Oh gosh. Yikes. Yeah, I don't know about ELP. I remember we talked about it, but I really couldn't remember. Oh yeah. There were some people who really didn't like this stock. They knew more stuff than I knew about it, per usual. The cash cows. Oh, Grant. I don't know if that's my favorite name, my friend. Oh my gosh, too funny. But yeah, guys, as you can see, it was a down day for the market. We don't. Oh, can't join Discord. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't see anybody in here. Oh, no. Oh, wow. That means appear. We brought pizza. Are these people in the Discord? General. Create invite. Set this link to never expire. Copy. It's a hidden link. Let me see if I can put it in the chat for you guys. I'll put it and then I'll pin it. Okay, I pinned it. Corey's Corner. I kind of like that. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. Let me take a sip of this water real quick. You guys are wild. Captain C in the diamond hands. Hey, let me know if that Discord link is working. I just pinned it. I hope it works. If not, then I'm sorry. I have to figure it out. I guess I didn't really think to test it. I thought it would be a pretty simple plug and play. Oh, I see some people on here. Yeah, I see Olive in here. Okay. Now, the question is, can you join? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Hey, okay. Awesome. Also, I forgot to mention, if you follow me on Twitter, I don't know if anybody has Webull, but I did post. If you're in the Eric's in here, okay, okay, there we go. It seems to be working a little bit better. We'll figure out how we're gonna exactly use it. But just in case you want to jump in, if you want to send me some stuff, Corey's Corner. You know what? I'm gonna write down a few of these names, and we're gonna see. But what do I call my community? I said my community of the Corey's Corner community. This sounds so crazy. Maybe I'll change my name or something. I don't know. My username. Okay, we have Corey's Corner. We have Corey's Crew. We have. Let me pick the good, maybe my favorite ones. Here's. Buy nuts, buy you not buy crew. We're gonna have to pick some of these names. Let's see. Just bear with me one moment. I'm putting these on the side. I'm probably gonna do a poll or something on the channel, and maybe I'll let it run for like a week or something, maybe a few days, and we'll just pick from there, and we'll just or we'll see what sticks. Corey's Crew. Okay. Well, as you guys continue to think of them, send me a few names, and we'll just keep going with it. That'll be pretty fun. All right, awesome. It looks like we have some people jumping in here. Cool. So so just so you guys know, I'm probably not going to really be looking at this chat too much, because I'm mostly going to be looking at the YouTube chat. So we'll figure out what we're gonna do. But people have been asking me for Discord, and maybe I'll hang out in there during the day or something, and we'll see. Oh yeah, Beverly, what does this talk about Microsoft and Discord? Let's take a look. I did see that article earlier saying Microsoft. Let's look up. I guess Microsoft is looking into potentially buying Discord. It won't let me copy link to paste. Ooh, copy link. Like a link in here, like a share link or something. I'm not sure which link you mean. For backend. Yeah, so it looks like Microsoft is in talks to purchase Discord for about $10 billion, which is insane. It is really insane. Let me see when Discord was. When was Discord released? May 2015. You guys want to know the craziest thing? In 2013, I had literally the idea for Discord. I hired a developer to create it. And it didn't work out. I'm gonna have a story time one day about how it was literally the same thing of Discord. It was the same exact thing. Technically, I had the idea in college when I graduated in 2012. I hired the guy in 2013, though, when I was ready to build it. And it's, missed opportunities. So crazy. So crazy. If $10 billion, who would have thought? Crazy stuff. Oh, focuses on digital. Interesting. Okay. And, here's the deal. If anybody's in GameStop, you were anticipating there's no way you were expecting that they were going to have good good financials right now, and that's just the name of the game right now. But as I said also in my video, it's going to be it's about a technical squeeze right now. We can worry about what the company's going to do, after the squeeze. And if you don't think it's going to squeeze, then maybe you are thinking about what the company's going to do. But we'll have to see. Eric says, Corey, did you see the DD from the guy that said AMC 2K on Reddit? I did see it. Was that the guy who was on Trey's Trades? It was super interesting. I did like Trey's Trades video. However, it was, I don't know, an hour long or maybe longer. So I was thinking about making a shorter video just based on his DD and kind of explaining it. But I don't want to be like a bandwagoner. I don't want to do that. But I do know that like not a lot of people have the time to sit there and listen to the entire, hour and a half or however long it was talk. So I've kind of been on the fence about that. Something I have been wanting to do, but I don't know. I wonder if that's kind of died down at this point. But yeah, I did see that guy. If he was the one on Trey's trades. And Trey, just so you guys know, he did bring the guy who created the post. He brought him on his show to explain it because there's some crazy points that he made, and it really it was scary because it made sense to me. It was crazy. You ended up working as one of the developers of Discord. The guy who ended, I know. Could you imagine? No, that guy, he had his own set of issues. He was kind of a freelancer guy. He said he could build it, but man, crazy stuff. Funny stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I can't even think about it because that'll get me messed up. Seen the video, the guy was amazing. Yeah, some very interesting points that the guy had made about the AMC to 2K. I wish I could find this, and let's see. Can someone paste links in here? Can someone send me the link maybe directly or something for that article? Let me see. AMC 2K Reddit. I'm trying to see if I can find this exact guy because I thought it was extremely interesting. Yeah, oh yeah, this is it. Okay, here's his 2K. Actually, this is very very long. But he talks about the Phantom shares and all of this. Let me think. Ugh, it's too long to go into right now. Look how long this kind of just scrolls. Very very interesting stuff. I probably won't go into it right this second, but I do like it. Corey's Corner. I do have Corey's Corner written down. I'm not hating that one. So we'll see. The Cosmic Crew. Cha-ching. I'm gonna write down the Cosmic Crew. Cash buyers. Corey's buyers. Corey. Okay. Continuing with the names. If you guys think of a name randomly, send it in the chat. If I like it, I'll throw it on the board. If not, I appreciate the love and the support. Buyer Nation. I like that one. Someone said Nation in here. CC Nation. I kind of like Nation. I don't know if I like CC Nation. Coronation sounds like Coronation. Buyer Nation. I don't know. Trying to think of something in there, but let me know. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. Let's see if we can catch up on a few different things. Just take everyone's suggestions right now. CCC Corey's Crew Community Corner. Oh my gosh, the names are getting longer and longer and longer. The Co Rocket Crew. Oh, it'd be something with ending in co, like I keep going back to buyers. I don't know. I guess that was like always what I kind of thought it would be. I didn't really like buyers. It sounded a little like weird, but buyers like co for Corey, but co for company. The wheels are turning, but nothing's coming out. So I'm gonna need a brain blast and see if I can get something going. Corey's Rocket Company. I'm just gonna write it down. I don't know if that'll actually work, but I'm a huge fan. Okay, so this is what happened with Discord. Yes, so Beverly, I guess to answer your question, it looks like this may be in the talks. Now, I don't think Discord is publicly traded, right? So it would just be Microsoft Discord, right? So it would be Microsoft. And so I wonder what their price action was for the news today. Well, I guess I should have just gone to the one day really canceled each other out essentially for the day. Corey's cohorts. Yeah, Jordy, it looks like we got 100 people in here. I mean, fantastic. I appreciate everyone stopping by, showing their support. Welcome. For those of you who don't know, I know my name is Corey. I get a lot of people asking that whenever they first join the channel. So I do appreciate everybody stopping by, hanging out with me. It's going to be a good time. We're going to have a good time tonight, and it's going to be awesome. Course cohorts. We are, so if anybody's new here, we are trying to figure out a good name for the community. So far, we're struggling a little bit. A lot of great ideas. I'm just, I guess maybe I'm too much of a perfectionist or thinking too hard about it. But Corey's Rocket Company, I am liking it. Corey's cohorts. Okay, seems like a few people like it. We'll write it down, and then we'll have to narrow it down. What up, Brandon? Welcome. So Microsoft will spike, yes. So that's the question, I thought after for this kind of news, right, there would be some kind of big spike. Now I really wonder what they're trying to do with it. What they're trying to do with Discord, if they're trying to. I thought they had. Who makes Skype? I almost opened my Skype and just showed you guys all my information. Corey's Community College Charts. I actually really like that name, but it's kind of crazy. Taking a look at what do we have here? Actually, this kind of does look a little oversold. We might see a little spike in the morning tomorrow. Let me zoom out a little bit and see what we have. Maybe not a little spike, but it's, and remember, this RSI will change, relative strength index. So anything under 30 is oversold, anything over 70 is overbought. So what it is a little relative, so you have to keep that in mind whenever you're looking at it. The further you zoom out, the better it's all looking, or the higher the RSI is. So just keep that in mind. But I think it'll be Corey Nation. Yeah, I will check that stock in 1 second. But Microsoft, again, I don't know what they want to do with Discord. Are they going to try to break into their own? I don't think anybody owns, like, I'm trying to think if Microsoft owns like Skype or Zoom or anything like that. I don't think they own anything, but I may be wrong. I'm sure they have some kind of service, right? So I'd be curious to see what they're trying to do with that. Why do they even care? Why would they even want this company? So I guess Discord ED, you guys are crazy. Let me take a look at that stock for you, my friend. Let's see. Corey Nation. Where are we? Someone said a stock for me and I lost you. Oh yeah, CIDM. Oh, Cinedigm. Okay. Is this who I think Cinedigm is? The media. Yeah. So they have don't they do movies and stuff? As a distributor and aggregator of independent movie, television, and other short form content, managing a library of distribution rights to thousands of titles and episodes released across digital, physical, and home and mobile entertainment platforms. The company also provides, so anyways, they do a lot of stuff. They have 12,000 domestic and foreign movie screens. That's actually a very good amount. That's huge. Man, I wonder if they have more screen. Let me look something up, because I have been comparing ones to kind of AMC and Cinemark. I know Cinemark has approximately 500 theaters, and I can't recall how many screens, but AMC I know has more than them. Theater, we'll do screens. How many? I should have said how many screens. So wow, so only 7,000. So Cinedigm, Dime theaters. Let's do mini Cinedigm. Theaters are there. Okay, I wasn't sure how I wanted to word it. Wow, 12,000. They have way more than AMC. Cinedigm. This is actually super interesting, especially where it's trading at. So we're gonna take a little bit. Chris, welcome. Let's actually take a little look and see what is going on with Cinedigm. I'm very interested in this company right now, with what we're seeing, and I'm trying to think. I know I've seen a Cinedigm, but I can't think of the actual theaters there are. And they're doing a lot more than just movie theaters. They're going into the home and stuff like that. So let's see what their annual profit has been looking like. Obviously, we were in COVID, so probably not looking so well. But they have been steadily declining, very steadily. COVID, just looking like normal decline, a normal rate of decline for them. So 65 million, 48 million, 37 million, 22 million, just continuing to go down. Let's see how they're looking for the year. Kind of, it's obviously kind of sideways-ish in the year, maybe a little up toward the end of the year due to stuff coming out. But it looks like we do have just under 5% institutional ownership. There is, the two best friends in the entire galaxy, Vanguard and BlackRock, hanging out, holding hands. Looks like the analysts are very, very bullish on this stock. I'm taking a look here. I'm pretty dang bullish on the stock also. Looks like I can't trade options, which is a little bit of a bummer for me. I do like trading options. Taking a look at the chart, good little run up today. Wow. Oh, in the after hours, up 22%. This is pretty huge. Let's look how they look on the 3-month. Man, okay, bit of a run. Let's go a little bit further. Let's look at the 1 year. How are they doing before COVID? Whoa, do they have a gamma squeeze or something? Or some, maybe even a short squeeze? How did they go from what was this? 25 cents or maybe 30 cents or something all the way up to $6. Look at that retracement though, just kind of completely collapsed. But when was this? This was in the middle of last year, June of last year that this happened. So wow, very interesting stock. I kind of like it. I kind of want to hop in there, but right now I think I'm going to put all my chips personally, all my chips in AMC, and we'll see where those chips fall. But I think Cinedigm is something I would be curious to get into. I think I need to do a little more research, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing. Plus, they're on a little bit of a run. Not my favorite thing. A short. Oh, okay. A short squeeze is what Ja is saying. So, crazy. Look at this gap up. This is nuts. Holy smokes! What a day. Or this looks like this was over 2 days. But even then, yikes, crazy stuff. All right, let me see if I missed anything else in the chat. Man, it looks like everyone's coming to hang out with us. This is great. I saw somebody say, okay, Kevin, let's see what Kevin said. Kevin said, I'm average 220 GME and 12 AMC. Am I screwed? I'm in for 15K on both. Kevin, that's a great question. I'm not trying to Corey's company, Corey and Company, Corey and Co. We'll see. We'll see. I'm a fan. Okay. Kevin, do you think do I think you're a bag holder? I don't think you're a bag holder personally. Now, here's the deal. If you can't afford to lose this money, if you need to cut losses, but there are things that you really need to think about. Do you need how quickly do you need this money, and are you bullish on AMC and GME? Okay, GME. Do you think there's going to be a short squeeze? If you do think there's going to be a short squeeze, you may need to just take a step back, take a breath, and stay strong. Now, if you think that this is going to, if you don't think it's gonna, if you think it's gonna continue to free fall, then that's something else. Keep in mind, whenever we were back here, we were trading around 350. And we had the huge run up, and we're trading this way for a while. They never thought that it would go back here. They never. I mean, I'm not gonna. I disregard. I said that. And yes, this is not financial advice. These are my personal opinions. So, of course, and that's why I preface it with: make sure you're doing what is best for you. But just to show you people's thought, and this is, I don't want to say this is the wrong way to think of it, but this is just what happened before. You have to remember, whenever we were around here, the sentiment, and they started going down, and people, what do? They average down. Okay, this way you really don't have to go too much higher to break even. Obviously you do have a lot of money in there, and it's going to be a little tricky, but you have to keep in mind that we were around the $300 mark. We fell down. I'm sure there were people who were extremely scared. They never thought they would be there again, and then we got all the way up here again, and then we got even higher to 350. We sat at 350 for a little bit. Obviously it's been, and here's another thing to consider. It's been a rough day for the past 2 days have been pretty rough. Even last week was a little bit rough. Let's look at it on the 5 day. Let's look let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, and let's go to the 1 month. Okay, the 1 month, they started at 43, had a good few days, kind of stepped down a little bit, and who now we may be stepping down one more time, and who knows where it's going to go from there. But what you have to keep in mind is you have to just think about your convictions. Think about what's going on, what this company's going to do, and if they are going to squeeze. AMC, I'm if you know me, I'm super bullish on AMC, and this is what I want. It's actually so funny because if you guys were here yesterday, I put this line yesterday, and look how we. Oh wait, was that yesterday? Yeah, I put this line yesterday, and look how we continue to respect this. Well, it looks like we're a little under it, barely, but look how we were basically respected this level of ascending support from all the way down here. I was basing it off of these, and I was like, I don't know if it'll hit there, but look, if it bounces off of this, I think we'll be back in bullish territory. Because remember, guys, if you were here yesterday, remember I didn't put this here. This stuff wasn't here. So this stuff came today. So hopefully we will get a bounce off of here, and that's what we've been seeing, right? We have a good little run up, consolidate. We drop, we go up, and then we drop again, and then we bounce, and then same thing, up, down, up, down, and then bounce again. So hopefully this will continue to bounce, and it'll go in the right direction. This is an art. It's not a science. We don't know which way it's going to go, and we have to see. So thank you so much. X Bandit, welcome, my friend. I'm so happy to see that you're here. I hope you enjoyed your stay. So we will catch you at a later time, my friend. All right. Thank you for hanging out, my friend. I do appreciate you stopping by. All good. No worries, guys. No need to worry about my friend Bandit. Bandit is having a rough day, a very very rough day. So that is a-okay. No worries. So let's see what is going on. Kevin says I'm holding, but I'm holding, and even if it means I'll be a bag holder, these positions make up about 30% of my savings. Okay, no problem. And if you do have shares, here's the deal. In the question is, do you have options? Do you have shares? And if you have shares, then hey, you have plenty of time. They're not losses until you realize those losses. Because right now, kind of paper trading. So just take that for what it is. But it looks like you did it right. You invested money that you theoretically could lose. I know it probably doesn't feel good, but sometimes you just gotta woosah, and we gotta hang out. Corey's buy bandits. I like the sentiment, but Corey's bandits. Bandits sounds like bad actors, like people who may not be doing good things. But I am kind of a fan. Every chat has a bandit. He must give you one thumbs down. Jerk. Hey, you know what? No worries, guys. Maybe he gave me a thumbs down, came in to troll us. Maybe he's a shill, maybe trying to scare us out of our positions. But you know what? No worries at all. No worries. And we can outvote him. We have 130 people in here, so if we could out thumbs up him if we wanted. So no worries. We will take it. There's always going to be haters, and you know what? Look, I didn't even pay attention. I said welcome, have a good time, and that's it. I appreciate the view. Gunner says about to cross 100 shares of AMC. This is a fire sale. Stay strong. We all lost money in our lifetime. This is where the fun begins. Yep. I love it, Gunner. I love the positivity, and that's what you'll get here. Just positivity. I mean, here's the deal. And it may be, too much positivity. The world could be on fire. I'm like, you know what, guys? The fire's gonna stop eventually. And so maybe, just take me with a grain of salt. But we're having a good old time, and I think that AMC, while it's down a little bit, the whole market is down. The entire market was essentially down today. Obviously, we do have a few very rare, and even then up less than 1% up. Well, Cinedigm had a pretty good day, so good for them, happy for them, but no worries, I'm not too worried. Dravenix says DTCC has been passed and SSR was on AMC today. How are these measures not stopping this? Draven, great points. Okay, we did discuss this a little bit earlier, but if anybody wasn't here for that, let's go over this a little bit. We've seen days where we were on the SSR and we were still down. We've seen it a lot of days, and and this is where I need to do my research. Actually, I'm going to write this down because I really don't want to forget. I'm going to look into historical historical data on the SSR because I want to see if there's any pattern. Perfect. Okay, I got that written down. So basically, what I'm going to do, and if anyone has an article that they've seen or is just listening and to me in the background and want to take a look at some articles, if you want to send me some DD, I would appreciate that. That'd be fantastic. But don't feel the need to. So, but I do want to see, historically speaking, whenever a company is on the SSR, what does that mean? Do they typically go up or down, up or down? A few different questions. So personal opinions, we'll look into that. Now, the SSR. So remember, Draven, the SSR, the DTCC rule that was passed, essentially all that one said was we can look at your books. And that's all that one was. So I would not be too. That one is a great start, but we're waiting for the second one. The second one is the rule, and this I actually have it pulled up because I'm checking on it. Was this rule 801? This is the one where they can liquidate their positions essentially, and they can liquidate their assets. I think was the exact verbiage, whatever that would constitute, and that's the one we're waiting for. Okay, we are waiting on that one right here, 801, and once that one happens, it's called Rule 4. That is what we're waiting for, and that one will be, in my opinion, that is really when we're in the end game. That is when I'll be super excited. And there's speculation. It's market manipulation. I think Trace Trades had a tweet today talking about how the stock is going down. It was at 10. It was at, I think it hit 10% like here or something, or I forgot at what time during the day he tweeted. It was pretty early on during the day. Oh, you heard 801 had passed. I'm not really seeing anything that had said 801 had passed. You know what? I do take a look though. If I go to Reddit, let me go to Reddit really quick and let's get to the bottom of it. Well, okay. I love how I said I'm gonna go to Reddit to get to the bottom if Rule 801 had passed for the DTCC. But if you guys if you guys have been around, I've been looking at Hey It's Pixel. Hey It's Pixel has been doing a fantastic job of covering exactly what's going on with this DTCC rules. And I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can. Ooh, is Reddit down? Reddit is temporarily unavailable. Okay. Very interesting. Maybe it's just that my browser. I'm trying a different browser really quick to see if it is working. Okay, must be just this browser or something because it seems to be working just fine. Let me see if there's an update here for 1 day ago. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about the DTCC rule, so do keep that in mind. Being passed, and it doesn't look like it. So from my understanding, if it's passed, we will see it here, kind of on the right side, where over here. So like the approval notice, and this would be the approval notice whenever it's in this column. So that's what we're waiting for. I've been banned. Do you think I'm not even logged in? Oh my gosh, you guys are so silly. Okay, mate. Bedtime in the UK. See you diamond hands tomorrow. Wakas. Thank you for joining. For welcome. Thanks for hanging out, man. Everybody, friend. Let me see. Man, I go on my tangents and I lose where we are. So, Draven, I hope that answers a few of your questions. We will see exactly what happens. Thank you and I appreciate you guys helping each other out with these questions. Explaining what the SSR rule and stuff. So we do have to see exactly. I appreciate you guys helping each other out, especially when I'm on one of my rants trying to explain everything. But IP ban, you guys are so silly, man. I pulled it up on my other browser. Yes. So what is happening is, Beverly says, I've not seen anything that is much different with the SSR rule, honestly, only because AMC has been being manipulated and shorted. Yeah. So, again, until I look at the data, it's so hard. I'd hate to speculate so much about what is going on, but Trace Trades, it seems like he does believe that there's some kind of market manipulation happening with the stock going down. And That's that. I think he's a bright guy, and I I don't know. We'll have to see. I do want to do a little bit of my own research, but something to think about. I do see some people asking about where's Stray's trades, what happened to him. Yeah, he's like one of the few people that I follow on Twitter, and he actually he was having a bad eye day, I guess, terrible eye day. So he may be having a little bit of trouble with his eyes today. I wish that guy the best. So that's what I'm thinking. Trody says, good night, everyone. 1:05 a.m. here in Sweden. Man, we reached Sweden, guys. This is fantastic. Gotta sleep. Keep them good vibes. See ya. See you, man. See you, buddy. Have a good night. I'm sorry to call everybody man. Don't, please. I'm not assuming gender, even though it sounds like I apologize. Yes, his uveitis. I can't remember the rest of it, but yes, he is. It's rough. I feel bad for him, but I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay. All right, all right. Inflammation. Oh my gosh, I can English. So yeah, he has eye inflammation and also light sensitivity. It's rough. Apple stock. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Man, we're just getting on our rants. Apple. AAPL. So many tickers. Okay, let's take a look at the 1 day. I think this is the 1 day. Yes. So Apple up and down, up and down, up and down. Man. So let's zoom out a little bit. Let's see what's been going on the 5 day. So man, they've been on a roller coaster. Let's zoom out a little more, and even more. Okay, so Apple, I don't know what in tarnation happened here. This is a crazy wick over here. So taking a look here, it looks like Apple kind of been trending downward a little bit. Hopefully they find a bottom soon and they bounce up. It looks like there is a level of support around here. I'm gonna go ahead and draw this. I'll go ahead and put a line here. Let's see what's going on here. I'm gonna do one of these extended lines. This is pretty cool. No, I'm gonna do the horizontal line. I lied. See if I can get a good point here. Yeah, it's okay. So hopefully it did find some kind of bottom here. Obviously it broke that for a little bit, but it seems to be a good level of support, and as long as this continues to hold, I think it'll be pretty fantastic. That'd be awesome. Beverly says, we should collaborate. Hey, I would love to collaborate with Trey's Trades. Trey, if you're watching, hope you're feeling better, my friend. I would love to hop on a chat with you, and we can hang out, talk some stocks, and have a good old time. So. I don't know. I can't really reach out to Trey. It's harder than it looks. Trust me, I tried, but he's mentioned me a few times on his chat. I've said hi, and he acknowledges me, so I can appreciate that. Bobby says, "Hello, we have 138 watchers and 38 thumbs ups. All good. I appreciate you guys just for hanging out. If you are having a good time, though, consider the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Let's see. How says anyone? Anyone else see the AMC after hour sell walls? Let's take a look. 1 day, and let's take a look. I'm not sure which sell walls you're talking about. Are you seeing like how it kind of has been laddering down and then bouncing? But Trey needs Cyclops glasses. Poor guy. Apple was good for day traders. Hey, that's a good point. And this is something, that we've kind of covered before. Whenever I did my play with GE, and I kind of did that swing trade, whenever just on the day, I got almost 150% in, I don't know, a few hours. Pretty cool little trade. But yes, Apple, was potentially a good swing trade. Granted, we don't know really which way they're going to go. And if they do have options, so depending on where the options were, let's go ahead and look at the calls, since I am a bull at heart. Taking a look here, the question is did they have enough volatility, and would it have been worth it? So at the very lowest, let's say 122, highest 124. You may want to consider if that's something you want to day trade. You would have to probably have a lot of capital to make this worth, and to make the day trades worth it, because it'll just be a few bucks, a few bucks, a few bucks. And granted, a few bucks could go a long way if you have a lot, but I just be a little. Personally, I don't think it'd be worth it. I wouldn't put a couple thousand in here just to swing it, but that's just my personal opinion. Or that's what I would personally do. You guys, it's not financial advice. You guys do what you would like. I have for Apple at 118. Hey, not bad, not bad. Hopefully it continues to consolidate and it bounces up. I wonder, I'm sure there'll be some kind of news for Apple that is going to happen. But you know what? Either way, look, when in doubt, zoom out. Even if it's a long-term hold, this is one of those stocks that is relatively safe. In my opinion, that will continue to grow. And these are one of the plays that you may want to consider as when AMC goes to the moon, when and if that I gotta cover myself there. That where you're gonna put your money, okay? And if you're new to the channel, welcome. And I want to let you know, you please be thinking about your strategy after AMC, GameStop, whatever goes to the moon. Okay, these are things that people, we're all living in the moment, which I can appreciate. And I'm trying to look out for my community. I'm looking at plays that are going to help keep their wealth and gain them wealth in the at later, after the squeeze is over. And after I have a lot of money, I don't want to play a bunch of squeezes that may be super risky. I want steady, very good growth, and that's what I'm gonna help my community with. So if that sounds good to you, consider subscribing so you don't miss any of that. It'll be a good time. So let's take a look. Let's go back a little bit to GameStop. Let's see if there's any kind of news going on, any kind of news catalysts that we may be able to find. That'll be a good time. So let's see. News. GameStop sales struggle, and please take these with a grain of salt. Please do not, freak out whenever you see these articles. Sometimes things are crazy. I guess there's nothing really special. Any stocks that you guys really want to take a look at? I'd love to take a look at a few stocks for you guys and see what the dealio is. Sebastian says their new plan is every aftermarket they drop GME. Let's take a look. Did GME drop in the aftermarket like that? Oh, down 15% in the aftermarket. Wow. Or after hours. Yeah, I mean, gonna bounce, guys. We have to wait. We have to be patient, in my opinion. Patience. It's been terrible for the entire market. Obviously, GME getting beat down pretty bad. And everything with a pinch of salt, Chris. Absolutely. Thank you for reminding me and reminding everybody that everything was with a risk of salt. I mean, a risk of salt, a pinch of salt. I was reading another comment. Olive says, "What's your opinion on risk reward whenever it comes to higher price stocks, Apple, Disney, as opposed to lower price 10 to 15?" Okay, so this is a great question. And let's go with a few over here. Okay, let's look at Disney. And these stocks are kind of on my. For me, it's kind of similar to how I feel about the S&P 500 and all of those kinds of things, right? Those big ones that, you know what, they're not going to have high volatility, but so you're not going to get, you're not going to go up 100% in a day or 50% in a day even, but you're also not going to go down 50% in a day. And if you look at these stocks over a 5-year period, you'll see that, if you have this money in here, then look, over 5 years you did, in this one you coincidentally doubled your money. Now obviously it's been a little bit weird with COVID and the price action, a lot of crazy stuff happening, but these are kind of plays that, look how steady. I know it looks crazy, but over time, very, very steady growth. Okay. And I also, even then, I would not recommend putting all your ducks in one basket. Okay. All your eggs in one basket. Yeah. I think that's the same. All your eggs in one basket. You want to make sure you're diversified. Okay. I think Mr. Wonderful, AKA the guy from Shark Tank, Kevin O'Leary, the bald one, he says, he what did he say? He had an exact, basically, a little recipe, a little guidelines that he follows. And I think essentially no one stock is more than 3% of your portfolio, and no industry, whether it be like electric vehicles, pharmaceuticals, blah blah blah. And he had a percentage there too. And he made sure he was extremely diversified, and that's going to give him a solid little portfolio. He also loves dividends, and dividends are great, especially whenever you have all this capital in these stocks. You're getting solid dividends, and you're just going to continue to compound your money and compound your money. And over the course of X amount of years, it's going to be worth more. Okay. And so that's the whole thing. Even then, you could be in something like Apple, or you could be in something like what is it called? You could be in something like Apple. You could be something in something like uh, your other one that you get, Disney, and all these ones. And you could be in these big stocks, and then you could have a few ones that are little. And again, whenever it's diversified, it's okay. You could have, let's say you're in, I don't know, you were in Tesla, and maybe this was your risky play when it was at $35, and look at you now. This, they kind of balance each other out. But you know what, if Tesla traded sideways for all that time, or if Tesla went down a little bit for all that time, then, well, number one, if it did that for years, you may want to consider pulling out. And number two, it's really not going to affect it too much whenever you're so diversified. And so that's what's so important. A lot of us, we're in this weird place, and understandably, I totally understand why we're in this weird place. I jumped in, I'd like to be diversified, but even then, I'm really not as diversified as I would be, because I'm so bullish on what is happening with these squeezes. And I think it'll be worth it for an opportunity cost for me to be a little more risky and really exponentially increase my money, and do that play. So but I do like all these different kind of stocks, and just because it's not worth as much doesn't mean that it's bad, is what I'll say. Some of these stocks look well, BlackBerry is kind of an interesting one, but I had GE over here. Where was GE at? GE, is a cheap stock, but you know what? I feel like GE is a pretty oh man. Okay, GE's not been having a good time. So you know what? GE's not. This is one of those ones where you buy in, and your other plays make a good make it kind of balance you out. Because looking at GE on the max, huge little run, kind of been stair stepping down for a while. Hopefully they'll find their footing here soon. But I only hear good things about GE. I really thought they would have been in a better position over the course of 5 years. So this is actually a little shocking for me. I guess this is the max one. Let's take a look at the 5 year. This is actually, yeah, even then in the 5 year, this is pretty shocking for me. But I really haven't looked at the strict financials of GE. But hopefully they found some kind of floor, and maybe they're going to turn that company around. But again, hard to tell. Okay, it looks like Beverly the Legend has another play for us. Okay, let's see the play that is on the radar. Fintech acquisition. Okay, let's look at this on the let's look at the 3 month. Okay, so a good little bounce up. You know what, this could be a little bit of a bullish flag. What do you guys think? Something like this. Maybe something like this. And then we had that huge run up right here. So take a look. I mean, hey, this really could be a good play. It's consolidating. I wonder if it's going to respect this level of support here. Looks like we may have some kind of squeeze down. And hey, if this breaks with a large engulfing green candle, something like this or something, man, that could be pretty nice. We're going to want to see a big one right here, and it could be anywhere down here. And this could squeeze down for a little bit longer, but that could be pretty fantastic for this stock here if you are bullish on it. Taking a look at okay, FinTech Corp. Let me see. The company, well, I guess we know the acquisition core, but I guess I'll read a little bit of this. The company is formed for the purpose of effecting a merger, capital stock exchange, asset acquisition, stock purchase, reorganization, or other similar business combination with one or more businesses or assets. Okay, and so we've seen these kinds of companies before. They're I guess they help with acquisitions. I really don't fully understand how these companies, I didn't know that there were companies just solely based on acquisitions. Rania, welcome. Nice to see you. I appreciate you stopping by. And so yeah, so I don't know how those really work. See, no financials. And this is where my lack of education, and if anyone can educate me on this, can really help. Like I said, I do rely on you guys. Like I need you to sometimes I need you, to walk me through this, and that's why I get a little confused whenever it comes to these acquisition type companies. I'm sure they have to make some kind of money, but maybe I'm just not fully understanding how it works. But from a chart perspective, could be pretty interesting. Could be very, very interesting. So, Beverly, so far you are 1 for 1, and you were up. And well, I guess anyone who got in that stock, maybe just you for now, is up. Beverly, are you seeing this? You're still going up. You're 94% right now in the after hours. Are you like freaking out? This is crazy. This is crazy. And look, this has been stepping up. What has this gone from in the past 3 days? When was this? 319? Yeah, Friday. So from where did this start? Let's say $3 to gonna be probably $8 by the morning. Not bad at all. Not bad. Huge. Wow. Incredible. Let's see what Draven is saying. Draven says the e-commerce profits were nuts for GME. Max Maher says, or has said that he would be surprised if they don't move into e-gaming, and was surprised Cohen didn't have any speaking time in the hearings, in the earnings. Yeah, I don't know. If you've been around for a little bit, you know that I'm just a little concerned about what in tarnation, not one tarnation. I do wish that games. I've said it a billion times, and I'll continue to say it until someone either shuts me up or, and preferably, GameStop shuts me up, because they fulfill. I need them to talk more about what they're doing, what their plans are. Right now, especially with the short squeeze happening, if they want this short squeeze to continue, and I don't see why they wouldn't want their stock price to be as high as possible, then I feel like it would behoove them for them to give some kind of information and have them say, hey, we're going to e-commerce, we're going to challenge Steam. And they don't, there's so many things that they could do. And while I wouldn't exactly recommend challenging Steam, I think they could have their own kind of platform similar to, and I know a lot of people don't really like the Epic Games platform, because Epic, because of the way, from my understanding, I guess Epic will steal some of your, not steal your information, but, kind of monitors you in a weird way. But, where they have a platform where, and they could do something like an Xbox Game Pass, or whoever has a Game Pass. I think EA has a Game Pass where, well, I'm not sure how EA's works, but I know Xbox, you have the Game Pass, and you can play all these games under the subscription. It could be like games for Netflix or something. And if they would break into something like that, that would be so good. I need them to be a little more vocal about what they want to do. They want these additional shares to be in the market, right? Okay. Why? Why do I want these additional shares to be in the market? I'm sure they want us to do something, but you know what? If it's going to come to a vote, then they need to say, hey, we want these additional shares so we can raise capital. We want these additional shares just to put them in our back pocket. We're not going to release them unless we go to another vote, or, unless we really need the capital, we're not doing well, or whatever it is. I need them to say some kind of information, unfortunate, super unfortunate. But yeah, Ja, I will take a look at that CSCW in a second. Let me answer Mohammed's question really quick. GE was a free stock from Webull. Okay, well, there you go. That says something there. Let me write down the stock zone. I'm going to CSCW, and we would take a look at Color Star in just one moment. Mohammed, welcome, my friend. Mohammed says, hey, Corey, are we talking about the dismal performance of the GME earnings? They should have used today's platform to really hype up their business. Mohammed, exactly what I'm saying. Obviously the platform for today was to disclose their earnings, which I appreciate that they did, and I think that they, and we knew it really wasn't going to be good. But that's that. That's that. They did say something good, that their e-commerce business was up, I think, 149% or something. So that's great for them. Hopefully they continue with that, and hopefully that works out well for them. Okay, I want them to continue to grow. I like the company. I like the concept of the company and the stock. Although, I remember one time I bought I'll never forget it, guys. It was for I think it was for the Game Boy or something. It was super old system. I bought like Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone on, I think it really was Game Boy or something. And I played it. I beat it in literally 1 or 2 days. I brought it back. I paid $12 originally, and they wanted to give me $3, and it hurt my feelings. But you know what? I understand it's a business, and so even though they do that kind of stuff, I like there's a certain nostalgia that comes with GameStop. And I just watched that Blockbuster documentary with my fiance, and it was pretty interesting. It was a pretty interesting documentary. See what happened with that one. But yes, Mohammed, to answer your question, while the earnings isn't necessarily the platform, I think they need to do a little bit of a personal opinion, a little bit of a better job, as much as I like them a lot. And the lack of the Q&A, yeah, was rough. So Olive says, if my $2 stock goes up to 100% and my 200 stock goes up 100%, my returns will be the same. For yes. And Olive, thank you for bringing this point up. Not enough people drive this point home. Guys, if you put $1,000 into Tesla and $1,000 into AMC and they both go up 100%, you're still going to double your money. You could, and again, if you put $10 and $1,000, if they go up 100%, you're going to double your money in whichever way you do it. So it really doesn't matter. You know, and a lot of people put a lot of stock. They're like, oh, well, GameStop is too expensive, but I bought, you know, $20,000 in AMC shares. It's like, well, it's the same thing. Like, theoretically. Now, it's a little bit different right now because if you think GameStop is going to squeeze higher, then maybe you want to put a little more in GameStop. And if you think AMC is going to squeeze higher, then maybe you want to put a little more in AMC. But at the end of the day, yes, those percentages are the percentages. And the name of the game is who's going to give you the most percentage, the most bang for your buck. And no one truly knows. So, something to keep in mind there. But all of not a silly question. You're right. As long as it's the same percentage, same amount of money, it's the same. And obviously you would have to do fractional shares or whatever, but a lot of brokers are doing that these days. Draven says, my hypothesis is that with the board changes and Cohen's tweets, there's possibly a plan to let the hedges get lured in on this dip, then announce Cohen is as new CEO and watch the stock explode. I think they did just announce a new CEO, my friend. CEO, looks like they, and Google executive, yeah, it says a brick and mortar video game retailer named former Amazon and Google executive Jenna Owens as its new CEO. So may have missed the mark on that one just a tad. But hopefully they are lowering them. Again, I would rather them have continued to press it while the stock was doing well to continue the hype. But I don't know. You know, I'm sure hopefully they have a good reason for why they're doing exactly what they're doing. Cameron, welcome. Cameron's new to the channel. Just curious as to what stocks you're talking. You are talking a bullish approach, and what catalysts validate that validate your investments. Okay, Cameron. Oh boy, there are a lot of stocks that I'm extremely bullish on. One of the stocks that I'm probably most bullish on right now is IVR. Well, and this is a long-term play. Okay, this is one of those long-term plays that whenever you have, oh wait, you know what? Before I get there, let me keep that. Let me go back to my friend over here because I told this person I was going to look at the stock CSCW, and then we will get to those long plays. Don't let me forget. If I start talking about something else, which I probably will, just give me a friendly reminder in the chat. But I do appreciate the question. This person was waiting though for a little bit. I've kept them waiting. So let's take a look. This is Color Star Technology. Let me see. And they are a holding company mainly providing education services. Very cool. The company offers both online and offline education services. The company engages in the early childhood education service business, providing a system to daycares and preschools in China, including artificial intelligence, robotic technologies, intellectual campus administration software as a service, system, and education planning through a wholly owned subsidiary. The company is also involved in the entertainment and music education business, including leasing of public music performance equipment and intellectual property. Wow, very cool. I wonder how many people do this. You know, these aren't things that we really hear about too much. I will say one of my and you guys know that I have these businesses that I really like. I know I say one of my favorite businesses, but software as a service is so smart. It is ridiculously smart. And a lot of people are switching to software as a service as a model. Even something as simple as Photoshop. Think about how basically everyone has Photoshop now, right? And if you have Photoshop CC, you're probably paying, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 bucks, however much it is a month. And guess what? You're going to just pay it for the rest of your life. and you're probably okay with it because it's better than paying $500 or however much it used to be for just Photoshop by itself, and you can use the whole suite. And you kind of win because you're not paying as much. It doesn't hurt you as much in the short term, and they're happy because they have the product developed anyways, and they're just going to sell it to as many people as possible. And so what's great about it is they can go ahead and just continue to sell the product. Like what they'll do is they'll it's developed, right? So they'll rent it to you for 10 years of the rest of your life, probably, that you're going to be having Photoshop on your computer, because it's only $10 or whatever it is a month, and you don't mind. So, and meanwhile, they're just getting paid because so many people are using it. It's really, really genius. But anyways, to continue on with this, at early childhood education, I mean, guys, there's such a business for this kind of stuff, and it's like, obviously there are budgets, restrictions, yada yada, but it looks like they're going, they have AI, robotic technologies, intellectual campus administration software as a service. So, they can sell you a whole suite of things to the school. If they get the foot in the door, then they can sell you a whole suite of things. So I really like it. Entertainment and music education business. I love children education and music. Do you know why? Let me show you why. Baby Shark has 8.2 billion views is why. Okay. These kids, and if you have a niece, nephews, a child, your friends have a child, you know that they will watch the same thing and listen to the same thing over and over and over again. They do not get tired. They do not get bored. They will listen to it all day, every day. And that's why I like it. And then whenever Baby Shark 2 comes out, guess what the heck they're going to listen to? Baby Shark Dang 2, and it's never going to end. So that is why I like this kind of industry. Okay. Because there's a lot of stuff to be had there. Okay. Baby Shark, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy stuff. So, hey, I do like this. I'm getting in this, I get sucked in these stocks. So let's take a look. Um, Okay, let's look at the profit. So gross profit over, let's look at annually, so get a little more macroscopically. So it looks like they've been, so 2017 all the way to 2020, it looks like they were 1 million, almost 7 million, and then 4 million. So they went up and then they kind of came down again. There's usually a bigger picture here. And the question is, where did that money go? Something interesting I am noticing here is the total operating expenses was slashed. And while so look, for total operating expenses went from 50 million down to 6 million. Now, I do find it interesting that it was slashed this big. I wonder what caused that slash. And again, they may have moved money around, but if they slashed all this money like down, then I don't know why they wouldn't have received a profit if they cut their operating expenses by what is this, 33 million or 43 million. Then how do they not have a huge profit? So I'm missing, obviously I don't have the whole picture there, but I do want to bring that to your attention for whenever you are researching the stock, so let's look at them quarterly. About the same the entire year, which is fine. I'm not sure if they have a busy season or what. Hard for me to tell, but you'd have to see. Institutional ownership 0.44%. Granted, let's see when they were listed on here. They don't really have a listing date, so I wonder if they're relatively new. But then again, they do have financials for past 3 years at least. Actually, it looks like it goes to 2016, so something to consider there. No analysts. Taking a look at the chart setup. Let's look how they've been doing at the 1 year. I did want to see a little bit before COVID, which is March 18th, which is over here. So kind of not my favorite in terms of a chart setup. Let's look at 5 year. Yeah, over 5 years, really been going sideways and down. Now, they could have been investing in themselves, really trying to invest in their business, make it grow. But even then, really not my favorite chart setup for all this time. So I'd be a little bit cautious. And if you do want to hold it, I do see you here. You said it's a long-term hold. Or no, maybe that was somebody else for this, but maybe a longer term hold. So something definitely to consider there. Okay. So we shall see. hopefully that helped you a little bit. It's a little bit tricky to kind of jump in these so in depth, but we would have to see. Cameron, I'm sorry I skipped you, my friend. I'm sorry. Let's see. No. I jumped to somebody else. I'm coming right back to you, Cameron. Okay, so let's talk about the stock that I was talking about. IVR. Okay, so this is one that is a long-term hold in my opinion, but I think has a lot of upside. If you're in AMC or GameStop or whatever stock you're in, you know, I anticipate after this happens, I'm probably gonna have a fair amount of money. Probably not a millionaire unless it really does go to, 1,000 or something. But, well, at that point I'd be a multimillionaire. But anyways, you have to be able to hold you're going to want to be able to slowly grow your money in a safe place. And so one of the places I'm going to continue to put my money would be right here in IVR, Invesco Mortgage. Think about what happened this year. Everybody, I guarantee, I can almost guarantee every single person in here knows one person at the minimum that purchased a home. Okay, and if you're in here, guess what? I purchased a home, so you definitely know someone who purchased a home. And so taking a look here, this is COVID right here. This drop off is COVID. This is March 18th, or probably, around March 18th, because this is when everything just started to hit the fan. This is when they shut down the economy. People couldn't pay their bills. People couldn't, anything like that. And interest rates plummeted. So this is a long play, 100%. But you know what? Since 2016, they've been trading at about $10. And look at this. So I like this stock. I think this is a safe stock. It's super, super boring. It's mortgages. Okay. Unless we have a huge mortgage crash like the 2008 crash, which I suppose is kind of possible, but hopefully some things were resolved, and I'll kind of leave that there. But taking a look at their listed in 2009, they've been around for a while. Their financials are obviously looking a little bit rough, but you know what, over the past few years, not doing too bad, kind of going sideways a little bit. Obviously 2020 being a little rough. 50% institutional ownership. I like a lot of institutional ownership. These hedge funds these institutions are not dumb. Their job is to make money. And granted, sometimes it's going to be a very they're not anticipating huge gains, but guess what? They are anticipating gains and little volatility, which is something you're going to want to look for whenever you have a lot of money. And you don't. Yeah, Olive purchased his first house last year, and so did I. Purchased it at the end of last year, 2020. So it was great. Interest rates were too low for me not to buy a house. And me and my fiance in this house, so it's great. Analysts, and we always take this with a grain of salt. We like it when it looks good. We don't like it when it doesn't look good. So they've already surpassed what the analysts are thinking for their 1-year price target. Granted, stocks go up and down, so it's not like they passed it and they can't go back down. But just my personal opinions on it. So yeah, these are one of those stocks that I'm really bullish on, and I want people to know. I want people to know about so that they can continue to grow, to invest in themselves and grow in themselves. So personal thoughts. Mohammed, let's get this man a few more likes, people. Appreciate the support, guys. So short Robinhood. So Nick says, why is everybody saying, okay, what does it mean for Robinhood investors since Robinhood filed IPO? Should I stop using Robinhood, and why? People are saying short Robinhood. What do you mean short Robinhood? Okay, so Nick, great questions. I appreciate these kind of questions, and it's important for people to know exactly what's going on. Now, as far as Robinhood goes, so I'll be the first one to tell you that I absolutely love the Robinhood platform. Okay, it's a great starter platform for beginners. Okay, and I hopped in there, and it was great. Super easy to use, super intuitive, user friendly. Fantastic. They did a fantastic job developing that. Now, whenever things hit the fan on January 27th and 28th, they stopped the trading. They did not allow the trading of GameStop and AMC and those other stocks. And that, I don't think that was okay. They allowed them to sell. They did not allow them to buy. And then on top of that, the CEO could not give us a good reason as to why. They said, oh, we had liquidity issues. Then when he was on the Capitol congressional hearings, they said, oh, no, no. Well, we were able to solve our liquidity issue before we stopped the trading, or, and his timeline was all off. Unfortunately for them, it seems like he was just lying. Coincidentally, their biggest client is Citadel. And Citadel, they basically, they're over 50% of their business. They sell all the information to Citadel, all of our information, the trades we do, yada yada yada. Who knows? So some weird stuff going on, and then there's a connection to Melvin Capital, and they all have a weird connection, and it's two in the hedge funds are the ones who were losing whenever we were shorting the company, whenever whoever was shorting the company, and it was a mess. Okay, it did not look good. It was not a good play, in my opinion, at least, for Robinhood to do, and especially since they could not explain it or give supporting arguments. They didn't do a good job at all. So that's why a lot of people since then have left Robinhood. Obviously now I'm on Webull, which is a fantastic platform. I'm still learning it. I don't want to say it's super advanced, but it has a lot more features. Obviously you can go on here easily and take a look. I do have a few indicators on here that I will cover as the stream progresses and we talk about it. But that's why a lot of people are not liking Robinhood. Now, if you are bullish on AMC and GameStop, what's going to happen? Do you think they're going to stop trading again? Do you think they're gonna, so many different questions that you're gonna have to answer for yourself. But just so you know, that's kind of the story. I'm sure you've probably heard it, so maybe I'm just wasting my breath. But as far as shorting Robinhood, they are planning on IPOing. I don't think that's going to do anything for the app. It shouldn't really affect the app negatively in any way. And that's that. But since after what they did, and they screwed a lot of people over, they screwed me over. As much as I love the stock, the app and everything, they didn't care. Okay, when push came to shove, it looked as though they stood next to the hedge funds, which is super unfortunate. So, to answer your questions more directly, what does it mean for Robinhood investors since they filed for IPO? They're just going to offer their initial public offering, and so they can be traded on platforms. I don't know if there's a conflict of interest between trading on your own platform. I don't see why there would be, but I'm sure they'll just be watched closely or something. So I'm no problem. I'm sure it'll be fine with that. As far as should you stop using Robinhood? Totally your call. Just so you know their history of what happened, and I left just out of principle. As much as I love the platform, but I'm happy to learn this one. This one's pretty cool. This is Webull version 4 for the desktop. I do have a link in the description if anyone wants to use it. If you use my link and deposit $100, you do get 2 free stocks. So just an option if you want to switch to something, but your call. So I hope that answers your questions. If you have any more questions, I welcome them. I'm always happy to talk about it, and it'll be fantastic. Okay. Alan, hey bro, what's up? Welcome. Is AMC and GME a good buy right now? That is your call. If you're bullish on the stocks, if you think the squeeze is going to happen, then guess what? It looks like they may be on sale right now. Am I loving the price that it's at right now? For the squeeze, not really. But you know what? If it continues to dip, I'll just be continuing to add to my position. And guess what? I'll be averaging up on my position. I get that question a lot. And I think averaging up on your position is okay if you're bullish on the stock. No problem. If I average up on my position, I'll still at the most probably have like an $8 break-even price, and I'll be very happy with that because I anticipate the stock is going to go much higher in my personal opinion, not financial advice. Same with GameStop. Where do you think GameStop is going to go? You think they're going to continue to go up? Do you think they're going to go down? Look at them on the 1 month. They've been from $40 to $180. That's not bad return on your money at all. If you got in down here, if you average down or you bought in there, great returns. So, your call to make. Your call to make. Jaws says IVR looks good. Yeah. Draven says, there was a language barrier. You see, when Vlad was a young boy in Bulgaria, that guy, man, if you guys watch those congressional hearings, that's a hard watch because these guys, unfortunately, it seemed like they all just try to kill time. They say, "Hey, thank you so much for asking this question. That's a very important question to ask." And it's a question that people should ask more often, and question this and then that, and blah 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 blah, and it goes on and on and on. And then they used up 2 of their minutes, and then they do that. So I'm gonna have to start doing that. I'm gonna start reclaiming my time in real life. That sounds fantastic. You guys might want to reclaim your time with me whenever I go on one of my rants talking about the stock. I say, well, GameStop is great. Reclaiming my time, sir. Reclaiming my time. And oh my gosh, that was so funny. I loved it when they did that. Robinhood destroyed my account. Yeah, it was rough. Josh says TD Ameritrade. I'm gonna have to take a look at these brokers. I get a lot of questions, which one's the best and stuff. I do want to make that video. It's one of the videos on my very, very long list of videos to make. Just talking about the different ones. I hear good and bad things about everything. People tell me to go to Fidelity. I have Fidelity, and holy smokes, if I need to call them and do anything, it's going to take 2 hours minimum. And then hopefully I get my question answered. So I'll say 1 hour minimum on hold, which is just rough. But yeah, so where are things going on? Nick, Nick says, I appreciate the intel, and yes, they screwed me on Dogecoin, but I'm down like 700 in the past week for some reason. I guess things shouldn't affect other stocks. I guess these things shouldn't affect other stocks in the market. Yeah, good point. Draven says, also wanted to point out, you read the page wrong. GME announced the new COO. Hey, thank you so much for calling me out and correcting me. You are COO. Draven, I appreciate it, guys. I misspoke. Jenna Owens is this new COO. I was not right in my verbiage. Hopefully I said COO and then I said the wrong thing to you. But just to be crystal clear, yes, Jenna Owens is the new COO. They lost their COO this morning. If anyone knows that story, I'd be very curious. How did their COO, I don't know if it was one of those, hey, you need to resign, or if they resigned in the morning trying to mess up their earnings, like the stock for the day. I'm very curious what happened. Very curious. Oh, by the way, I did learn it. I know I just ragged on Fidelity, but I did learn a little trick. If you call them super early in the morning, like before market opens, before anything, like create as early as you possibly can in the morning, typically you can get through pretty easily. But if you call them anytime after, probably an hour or maybe 30 minutes before the bell, through the rest of the day, yeah, you really will be on hold for probably an hour. I've called them several times. The only time I ever got through quickly was extremely early in the morning. So it looks like Cameron has a prediction. Cameron's prediction is, I predict 12.19 by the end of the week. Hey, that can be great. That would be no problem. I'd be happy to see that. Don't chase stocks. Oh, Diamond says, do you think AMC will hit 11 by the end of the week? Bought a call for 11 this Friday. Diamond, we talk about my plays, and I did buy a call for AMC at the strike price of, I think, $12.50, maybe $12. I do have a strike higher than the $11 call. So I really hope both of them print, but I knew the risk whenever I purchased it, and hopefully it prints for both of us. That would be fantastic. Based on technicals, let me see if I can. It'd be a little bit difficult right now just because the market's had a weird little time. Here's the deal. Based on this level of support that I have drawn, if we can bounce back and break through it. What was it? Oh, this is I'm looking at the wrong stock. Do I have a level of support here? Level of support, okay, at $12, and this is where we had a little bit of support and then a little bit of resistance, okay? And as you can see, it's so funny how these technicals actually show you a little bit of information, because take a look. I had this marked here, and typically whenever I draw this line, this is a setting level of support, and if it respects it, hopefully it continues to go up. And look, it broke it, and it just kind of fell. And then we have another level of support here that turned into a level of resistance and just continuing to challenge, okay? and it just continued to fall. It didn't meet it. Now we're in this weird little level of support slash resistance again, and hopefully it'll continue to hold. If this goes back up here, we may see a little bit of resistance, maybe around the $11 mark, maybe a little bit below, but hopefully we'll hit that $11 mark. As you can see, a lot of different things going on here. I'm gonna go ahead and mark this just in case, because I think this could be pretty interesting here. So through here, maybe one more around this area, and then we'll challenge up. So we'll see what happens. Anything is really possible. I really do think it's going to be up tomorrow, but it's so hard to say. Hopefully it is up tomorrow, but you may want to mentally prepare for a down day. I hate TD's charts. Yeah. Back to some of these brokers. I don't really care too much about. Like I have Fidelity. I don't like to use their charts. There's some things I don't like about Webull's charts either. Robinhood, again, was just my favorite because I like to compare where things happen. So like, for example, if we were here, I could put my thumb on this side right here and my thumb over here, or I wish I could like draw on here instead of dragging it, where I could say like from here to here was up 10%, or, from here to here was down 10%. And it could be a lot easier for me. If there's a way to do that on Webull, please let me know. That'd be great. I would love to know. Some people have had all the platforms, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Any thoughts on Mara? Yes, I do like the Mara stock. I've been bullish on this for several months actually. And it's one of those, I liked it, but I like something else more, and I didn't buy in. And as much as I like the stock, what's funny is, so what I would do when I used to be on Robinhood, I would save all the stocks like into invest in these first, second, third. I would have different tiers, and this one was at the top of my tier list, but I needed to clear some funds. But this one was literally at the top of my tier list. But at this point, I'm a little, concerned about how much they've run in 6 months. I liked it around, I think, 20 bucks. And it just continued to go. Or maybe was it 20 bucks? No, I liked it before 20 bucks. It must have been around this area then. Because I had some decisions to make where I wanted to go in, and this was not one of those stocks. And as you can see, you miss out on some opportunities, but I instead of going in here, I think I did go into AMC. So still happy with my moves, but I do like the stock. And what I like about these stocks is, if you like Bitcoin and stuff like this, for those of you who don't know what Mara does, they're like Bitcoin miners essentially. Yeah, they mine Bitcoins and other ETH, I guess. So that's what they do. And what I like about these is, I really do like to play options. And so for this, you can play, if you do like options, you can play options. If not, you can do this. If you'd rather purchase this, this is FDIC insured, whereas Bitcoin, from my understanding, is not. So just a little bit safer in my opinion, and it's still going to follow the same trend as Bitcoin. Obviously, Bitcoin can really run up. There's a lot of money to put in, a lot of money to be lost. I do like these kind of miners. There's a few other ones. There's Riot. There's Hut 8 is one that I actually really like. I think I do have a position in Hut 8 mining. It's not Hut 8 right here. It's an OTC stock, so keep that in mind. I'll leave this on the screen for just a second while I continue with the chat. But yeah, I do like some of those. El Mas says, Webull also blocked people from buying and only allows selling. How are they different? That's a great question. That's a great question. Elmas is really upset. I hit a very, very sensitive point with this person. Elmas, you know what? Thank you for your input. I appreciate you. I appreciate your input. Okay. Thank you for hanging out. We'll leave you in. Okay, we'll go ahead and let you do that. But let's be sure that we're expressing our opinions a little more respectfully in the chat. I appreciate some love here. So Grant says, I couldn't imagine being back in the day when you had to make trades via phone. I know. These trades via phone, and I mean, especially listening to Stocks with Uncle Bruce, how it would take 15 minutes just to approve a thing. I mean, geez, that'd be crazy. That'd be wild. Couldn't imagine back in the day. Oh, I literally just read your comment. Okay, Cameron's saying I just have hopeful thinking. LOL. Either way, I bought in at 17 on my public brokerage on Webull, got 150 shares at 560. I'm up nearly 100%. Yeah, there you go. See, some people did buy in. Imagine buying AMC at 20 bucks basically the peak. And then, but you know what? You have opportunity to average down, and you know, if you do still like the stock, continue averaging down. You know what I mean? Like that's what you have to do. Let's get in timeout for a second. Uh, so that's you know that's what we have to do. Webull is the best chart in my opinion. Yeah, there's some good charts. I mean, and the only thing about Robinhood is I don't know, it's just a little bit different. They didn't, I don't think they had like the. I think you could switch it to candles, but even then, I do like these charts a little bit better. And you could draw on them, so cool things like that. I use Webull charts. Good vibes only. Yeah, good vibes, guys. Good vibes only. You know, keep it cool. Keep it cool. Cameron. Also, a nice term play is MX. Yeah, let's take a look at MX really quick. Magna chip. What do these guys do? Semiconductors. I really don't know much about semiconductors, so we'll see if I can do anything here. But let's see, they're a Luxembourg-based designer and manufacturer of analog and mixed signal semiconductor platform solutions for communication, Internet of Things, applications, consumer, industrial, and automotive applications. Man, you know, everything going on with automotive. I don't know if this many companies were always in automotive. I mean, obviously there's a lot of stuff to do, but with EVs and stuff, I'm just getting more excited about what the future holds. Could be some really cool stuff. Um, it has a segment standard products group. Standard products group includes display solutions and power solutions. Display solutions provide a panel to display solutions of major suppliers of large and small rigid and flexible panel displays, mobile and automotive application and home appliances, power solutions products include discrete and integrated circuit solutions for power management in communications, consumer and industrial applications. Very interesting. So, I mean, gosh, so much packed in these. What is this? Two sentences? Jeez. Um, okay, so let's see if I can break this down just a tad. So I mean, obviously, okay, here's the deal. They do automotive applications with based on the Internet of Things, which is pretty cool actually. And they have the so like power display solutions. Okay, so like the future of cars essentially, you know, they have all these cool things that they can do. Now granted, the question is, and so what's cool about these is and what I don't know is, you know, are they already in something? Because you know how some of these cars have like cool displays and stuff, and some of them work better than others, and some of them are kind of lame, and some of them are kind of cool, and some cars still have buttons and some have touchscreens, so a lot of different things happening. But it seems like that's what they kind of do. And there's also home appliances. So if they're selling it to these different companies, now my question is who's their biggest client? Do they have a biggest client? Are they the ones doing the GE, you know, like refrigerator panel or what are the other things? You know, the stove, all appliances, like, you know, that those are the questions you need to ask yourself. Taking a look at their financials annually since 2017, it looks like their profit has been kind of declining. Yeah, well, 187, 115, 116, 128. So they had a big drop from 2017 to 18, but been recovering pretty steadily. Again, there's a bigger picture here that we need to keep in mind. Other expenses have really been increasing over the past, whatever is considered under other expenses. Unfortunately, we don't have like a list of what is considered other, but you know, we can kind of use our you know, put on our thinking caps and think of something like that. You know, I'm sure there's a bigger picture here. So making sure you're taking a look at these financials and see what's been going on. Their net income before taxes has been steadily you know, getting better. They're positive this year. So you know, good stuff. Net income, yeah, it looks like they may have invested in themselves back here, but you know, something you need to take a look at. Institutional ownership, 81%. How long have these guys been in the market? Since 2011. So I would assume they do have some big partners, some big players, and could be pretty great. Could be pretty great with what they have. 81% institutional ownership is very nice. I love, as you guys know, I love institutional ownership. Looks like people, the analysts are pretty bullish still on what may happen with their, as far as the price target goes. Maybe a little bit of room to run. The 6 month, hey, look at this steady growth. It's very steady growth, and this is great. So a few, so this is actually one of those companies that I do want us to make sure that you are ready to see what they're going to do, because this year, remember, a lot of people were at home, they were bored, they were remodeling their home, they were improving their home. People did buy houses, they did buy, and again, I don't know if these guys really do like as far as home appliances, I don't know who they're with, but let's say they're with, Whirlpool, GE, maybe. If they are with these companies and they are doing well, during this time, the question is after COVID is over and people aren't remodeling their homes and stuff, and they're, or maybe the people are done remodeling their homes. And I couldn't really tell you which way people are going right now, but is this going to continue to run? And it may continue to run. It looks like it has some very steady growth. Let's go 5 year. 5 year, very steady growth over 5 years. Obviously, it's not the craziest growth I've ever seen, but you know what? From $5 to $25, not bad, not bad at all. Very comfortable growth. Um, uh, Obviously, what was this dip? So random dip here. Really don't know what this was, but maybe could have been a little bit of a correction. Hard to say, but continuous growth is what you want to see. So could be a great stock. Hopefully this prints for you. Oh, they go into EV big time. That's what Daryl is saying. So hey, that could be awesome. Trade says Mara is a great swing for daily trades. Hey, that I didn't even think about that. But if that's something you can do, if you can get in here up and down, then that could be great. James says Fidelity is the, oh yeah. So guys, I don't know. They're and I'll get to you in just 1 second, James. But I did see some other chats for the different brokerages, and some people did shut down, some people didn't shut down. I'll tell you right now, like I don't like the Fidelity dang platform. I really appreciate that they didn't shut down, but honestly, I think the only reason they didn't shut down is because they move so slow. Maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. But if you've ever tried to use Fidelity or anything, it's just a little bit of it's a little bit of a struggle. They seem a little slow, but I may be, and Webull, I think I do remember that they shut down for a little bit. I think they were one of the first ones back up though. And the CEO got hopped right on the air, and he said, "We do not support what happened with our clearinghouse, blah blah blah." And he was like outraged. And you know what? I appreciate him being outraged, even if it was, maybe he was lying, maybe he was faking, maybe who knows what happened. But I appreciate him actually, hopping on immediately, doing an interview same day and saying, hey, this is what happened. We don't agree with it. We're very upset, blah, blah, blah. And showing that, what, they did their best. And I think they were one of the first ones to get back up and running as soon as possible. And I appreciate him fighting for the retail traders, is what I'll say. James says, Fidelity is the best. They will help you more than anyone. Anyone else must have got an idiot. Every company has a few idiots, but next time you call Fidelity, use the trick to get on the phone fast. Say help with the trade, and they'll get you someone, with a minute or less. Hey, that's a great little trick. I appreciate that. Man, that would have been, where were you, man? I needed you. But hey, that's a good little trick. And hey, I will say, I do, other than Fidelity, here's the deal. I'll tell you, while I don't care for their platform, some guy did lead me astray, and I lost a few $1,000s from his bad information. But most of the people that I've talked to, you're 100% right. They're pretty knowledgeable. They'll tell you about stuff. You can call them. You can speak to. You can schedule an appointment for like a financial advisor. You can talk to an investment advisor. You can talk to a bunch of different people. So I do appreciate Fidelity and what they do. I know I'm kind of ragging on them, but I do like them. I don't like them for having to use their system every single day, but I do appreciate the information that they can give me. And they're who I have my Roth IRA IRA with, and like 401k and stuff whenever I had my 401k. But yes, so great points, and thank you for bringing that up, because you're right. I know I'm kind of ragging on them, but good points. Active Trader Pro has some recent updates. Oh, upgrades, and is very solid now. You know, maybe I'll take a look at it. Maybe I'll give it another shot. Because I know I'm hating, but I did appreciate some of the fidelity things, and I know if they've grown, a lot of people really did move away from Robinhood, and I'm sure they're having some growing pains. And I spoke to somebody and asked them about it, and they said it takes like 6 months or something to train somebody to get them phone ready and stuff like that. So is it 3 to 6 months? It took a long time. I was surprised at how long it took for someone to hop on the phones. So from my understanding, they're trying to grow. So thank you, and thank you. I appreciate you calling me out and saying, hey, this that. I appreciate you keeping me honest. Nick says, I want to convert to Webull and get a PC first ASAP. Yeah, I mean, Webull, there's also an app. You can use the Webull app that isn't too bad. Again, I'm still kind of getting used to it, learning it and stuff, but we'll have to see. Webull is nice. I like it. Yeah. Some of it could be pretty good. Nick, that is a lot of stocks to take a look at. Do you have one in particular that you want me to take a look at? I'd be happy to pick one. Oh, Johnson's out of here. Johnson, have a great night, my friend. You'll have a good night. I'll be adding 1,600 shares of, adding to my 1,600 shares. Hey, Diamond Hands, hold the line. You have a great night. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Yep, tricks to everything. Yeah, that was a good little trick. So you say, I'm trying to remind myself of this trick about what you can do whenever you call Fidelity. Say, help with the trade. Okay, help with the trade. I guess we'll get you through quickly. So you guys heard it here first. Hopefully it works. If anybody's tried it, let me know. That'd be insane. Insane. Kimberly. Oh, it looks like Kimberly is hoping that GameStop goes back to 40 by Friday. Hey, if GameStop goes back to 40, oh my gosh, I might even jump in at that point. But I don't know. I don't know if anybody's on my Twitter. Yesterday, I saw I just got my stand goal achieved because I'm like moving my hands. Yesterday, I reached my move goal just from moving my hands so much when I'm talking. And as soon as the stream ended, I shut it off. And then I got that notification and I sent it to you guys. Oh, also, really quick, if anybody is on Webull and they're doing the new card promotion that they have, where you try to unlock cards and you try to collect all cards, what you can do is you can I did post my, what did I post? I posted I don't know, I gave away one of my cards, and if anyone's on the Twitter, I don't know if it's been claimed yet, but if you're trying to collect one of those cards, I guess I don't know how it works, but I guess you click on the link and you'll just get my card for free. If you needed one of those cards or something. So I don't know. Just in case anybody's on there and wants a card, I put it on there as a little giveaway. I didn't see anyone. I don't think I saw anyone chat to say like, "Hey, like I took the card," but uh, it might still be there. I don't know. So we will see. James says, "I agree with your points. I'm just big on overall account security. Fidelity has mutual funds worth more than Robinhood, and we will combine." Yeah, hey, and another benefit that I did not mention about Fidelity is you can trade OTC markets there. You can trade, whereas these other ones you can't trade OTC. I'm not sure if any of these like super slick, cool app ones if you can trade OTC on, but I am able to trade OTC on that. That's where I have my Hut 8 and my HCMC stocks. Robinhood and Webull could go out at any time, right? And then and if you have more than what is covered, you lose it all, right? And then heaven forbid, if let's say you had your positions in there and you you didn't have it covered or something, or like, and a squeeze happens and you miss it because they're trying to recover your account or your money or whatever. Yeah, that can be pretty rough. Biggest benefit of Fidelity is you can buy more than the Fed's cover without worry. Right. Good point. Yeah. Fidelity is it is a pretty good man. You should be a salesperson because now I want to start open my Fidelity account, or I guess do more with my Fidelity account. I was talking about Mara, not GME. Kimberly. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Kimberly. Kimberly hates GameStop. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so Kimberly said you're going to add more to your position at $40. Well, it's at 38, 37 right now. Are you going to wait for a bounce or something? You want it to go up. Okay. Sometimes my brain is really smooth and I need a few wrinkles before I can comprehend things. So sorry about that. GameStop needs to go back to 220 or better. Right. Okay. We're on the same page now. Sorry for my lack of understanding. Me no understand so well. Kobe, so is good to buy AMC now. Sorry, Kimberly. So Kobe, is AMC goodbye? You know what? That is 100% your call. We can take a look back at it again. Let me clear off a few of these here for just a second. So actually, I want to leave Cinedigm because I'm very curious about what's going on there. If I want to do a play there, I'm going to leave HOFV there again. Also for my friend. Oh, what's my friend's name? Oh, I lost her. Beverly, the champion of HOFV, and then we're gonna look at AMC. So taking a look at AMC. AMC is pretty interesting. Right now, where do you think it's gonna go? Where do you think it's gonna be? And what's your position? If your position is $12, hey, if you're still bullish on the stock, you may want to consider averaging down. Not going to be a great time. Now, if you want to average down, that could be perfect. And if you think it's on sale, then that's perfect. And it could continue to dip. Right now, it's at $10.17. Maybe it's going to go under 10. For all I know, it's going to go back to 8. So it's really, really confusing. Now, if it goes to 8, I mean, you best believe I'll add. I don't know how many shares I'd add, but I'd add a lot. Like, what a good deal. And I would still be averaging up, but hey, at that kind of discount, I really can't pass up that opportunity personally. Now, this is not financial advice. You're going to have to really make your own decision about what you want to do, but I'm a huge fan of AMC. And if you're a huge fan of GameStop also, currently it looks like it's around $154. And this can be a perfect position for you to hop in and ride it up. Could be perfect position. I'll take a look at these options here for GameStop. I'm just so curious. It's insane with some of this stuff. Oh, no puts. We're bulls. Crazy stuff. James, I don't disagree with anything you say. Support and perform a platform that needs security is one of the best. Right. James, excellent points. I appreciate your the conversation. It's so important to have these kind of conversations, and that's why I hate it when people come in and say GameStop is dead, GameStop is lame, or whatever it is, or AMC is trash. It's like, okay, well, give me supporting arguments, and I think it's so important to be able to just talk through these situations, and I appreciate that we can have that conversation. So thank you for bringing those up. Kobe, yep. So that's my opinion. Cameron says, "Who is they?" Yeah, I read it. Yeah, I read it. Man, okay, I'm missing a whole conversation in here. Maybe you guys are just talking to each other. I'll let you guys hang out. No worries whatsoever. Let me take a look at exactly what's going on over here. Got a notification on my GameStop, like your submission 4 days ago. Huh. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, we're good. Everything is good to go. We're chilling. Let's take a look at the chat, see what else is going on. And we'll hang out for a little bit longer. All right. Oh, you know what? Who was giving me a stock? Nick. Oh, was that your stock that you wanted, my friend? I know you wanted to give me a little a stock. Is it BOTZ? Is that a stock, or are you calling me a bot? Ja, I'll check that in just 1 second, my friend. Let me see. Okay, let's take a look at this ETF. Okay, no problem. So ETF, let's see what kind of ETF this is, and hopefully it says exactly what they have in it. So, James, I hope you get millions someday. The big roll on the safest sites, and play smaller when you can always add more to them. Yeah, you can always add more to your positions. 100%. Maybe get millions someday. Yeah. Oh yeah. If I here's and you're right, James. Good point. If I were to make a whole bunch of money, I'm not gonna put $200,000 or whatever in Robinhood or Webull or anything. At that point, if I had all that money, I would move it to probably Fidelity or something that I'm super comfortable with. And that's actually an excellent point. I'm glad you brought that up. And that's why I guess I originally had my 401k in there in Fidelity, but I did like it because it's so big. Yes, we're gonna take a look at bots right now. And so yes, just so everybody knows, if I do have a large position, if I have $500,000 or whatever it is, whatever I would potentially make, I'm definitely going to put my money in something like Fidelity, something who's super huge and renowned that I'm not scared of is going to go out of business or whatever. Even then, the money theoretically would be FDIC insured, but I just want to be super cautious. And then I would of course let you guys know all my positions of what I'm doing at that time, because I think it's important just to be transparent and not for you guys to follow my moves. Do what's best for you, but just so you guys can know, just what I'm thinking. Let's see. Yes, my friend, I got you. Okay, let's look at bots really quick. This ETF. So the investment seeks to provide investment results that correspond generally to the price and yield performance before fees and expenses of the INDX Global Robotics and Artificial Intelligence Thematic Index. The fund invests at least 80% of its total assets in securities of the underlying index. The underlying index is designed to provide exposure. Okay, the companies involved in. Okay, so this ETF is for companies that are involved in the development of robotics and/or artificial intelligence, as defined by the INDXX, the provider of the underlying index. The fund is a non-diversified. Non-diversified. Interesting. So obviously we can't really see too much in here because it is the ETF. So, financials and stuff really wouldn't work. You can buy options in here. Now, the question is, I really don't know what part they are in the ETFs, how many companies it totally, a lot of different questions that I have for this. So just be a little cautious. I am very bullish on, who's not bullish on robotics and the future, AI, especially AI being so huge. The question is, what are they doing with their AI? Are they doing AI security? Are they doing AI for, some people are doing like AI for logistics? Even as small as, like, let's say you're in your manufacturing plant, they can do AI and see where they're having holdups in their actual logistics of creating a product and having it shipped out. I mean, there's some cool things you can do with AI. It's just only growing as these machines, machine learning and all of that gets bigger and bigger. So I'm super curious what is going to happen there. As far as the robotics can be also great, and especially in a manufacturer like setting. Granted, unfortunately, I apologize, I can't be of more help here. I really don't know too much about exactly the ETFs that they're in or like the different stocks that they're in, and it's just a little bit tricky for me. But I'll tell you this: look at this. Look, the chart speaks for itself. Look how clean this growth is over 6 months. Granted, they kind of had a little fall over here. I'd be, if you're thinking about investing in the stock, I would be a little bit careful. We don't know if they found a bottom here. They did have a little bounce here, but this could be like just a I don't want to say a false recovery, but could just be a little bounce. It bounced up and it's going to continue to fall. So you may want to be a little bit careful. You could see a bottom down here. I mean, the bottom could be here. So I personally, if I was going to take a position in this, I personally would not hop in just yet. I'd rather miss the very bottom and catch it on the way up than like invest in it here and then it continues to just free fall. Because I'd rather miss out on, let's say, I'd rather miss out on $1 rather than $5 in one way. So keep that in mind, and that's per share. So personal opinion on that one. Let me take a look. I know I had AESE. Let's take a look. Oh, Allied Esports Entertainment. So we have talked about the stock a few times. check out. I bought it for long term. Esports gaming. Hey, esports gaming betting. I don't know how I missed that. Whenever, excuse me. Whenever we talk about this all the time, but yes, I remember they have the HyperX Esports Arena, and they're great. There's also another one. I think it's SPGG Super League, or maybe SLGG, another great stock that I do like. If you are into esports and stuff, these guys have apparently they have they operate leagues in partnerships with publishers of top tier games such as League of Legends, Minecraft, Clash Royale. Huge stuff, huge stuff. Now, if these guys are getting into esports betting, this is something I've always wanted. I wanted to do something I've always wanted to do was like fantasy league for esports. I think that can be so cool. And if they can get into betting with fantasy league for esports, I think League of Legends tried the fantasy league or fantasy, yeah, fantasy league, yeah, and I don't know if they still do it. I guess it really didn't work out the way they wanted it to. And if it didn't work out for them, I don't know if it'll work out for anybody else. But if you could bet on it, maybe people would be a lot more excited for it. So, something to consider there. But I do love esports for so many reasons. Me just personally kind of being a gamer. I'm so excited to see how everything is coming. So I may be a little biased, but these guys have Allied Esports as well, and the World Poker Tour. Now, if this is the World Poker Tour that I'm like thinking of, then holy smokes, that's crazy. Okay, there's a lot of great things that they have. They have venues and stuff, And something that I was excited about is I saw this HyperX Esports Arena in Las Vegas. Guys, if they start building like these esports arenas, that'd be crazy. Because typically, I think they would just rent out a football stadium or something, and that's where they would do it. I think they did the League of Legends, and I think even the Fortnite tournament in there. I may be wrong, but in those kinds of fields, those kinds of venues, and that may be the right way to go. But if they're gonna have esports year round, and they're not always to be, in those kinds of arenas, sometimes they could be outside and stuff. But if they can start developing like an infrastructure of arenas, and maybe during the day their land like tournaments or whatever, and then they'll have it. Who knows what they're gonna do with these? But could be some really good stuff. I like it very long term. So if you're in this, I assume you're waiting for long term, and it could be great. I haven't drawn a line here. Let me draw a line since we'll just go ahead and draw a trend line, and let's see if I can get a good little trend line here. Sure, we'll take it there, and we'll see if this continues to respect this level of support. Now, granted, we may see a pullback down back to this level of support, and it may bounce, but keep that in mind. I think you already have a position, but let me see. Bought it for the long term. Hey, I think this is gonna be a great long term stock. Now, what are we gonna be waiting for? And this is something I like. For example, I like DraftKings. DraftKings, being the betting online platform. Now, the question is I, well, I guess I don't know if it's a question, but what is gonna happen with gambling? I don't know if these guys are allowed to operate in Vegas or whatever. It looks like they may be able to based on the description in the profile. Is gambling going to be legalized throughout the whole country? A bunch of different questions for that. And I really don't know the answer, and it's going to be a little bit tricky, but there could be some really good upside to those, some really good upside. And I'm just so curious to find out exactly what could happen. Very curious to see what will happen with these, but I like the stock. What can I say? Someone else did ask me to take a look at. Yes, so official, we do have Diamond Backhand in here. Diamond Backhand took a position in TCAT. I think it was like at $30 or something. We've been following the stock for the past 5 days. The entire, or no longer than 5 days, huh? Yeah, since it was, or no, I think we looked at it over here or something. So yeah, I would say probably 5 days. And it's just an insane run that it's been having. I don't like to chase stocks. If I would have chased this stock, I would have gone in around $30. I would be up a little bit, but even then, I don't like to break my rule because typically whenever I break my rule, I get burned pretty badly, and I don't want to get burned anymore. It can get kind of rough. So, but very, very cool. I'm very happy for Diamond Backhand. Great, great play. Great play. Someone asked me to take a look at. Oh, how do I feel about SNDL? Okay, SNDL. I'm always gonna keep it so honest with you guys. And SNDL, I don't know anything about these weed stocks. I don't know anything about the weed stocks. There are a lot of different factors that you have to keep in mind. Everyone is trying to come up with a weed stock. All these CBD stores that you see, I'm sure they're all going to try to become weed companies, and I don't know what they're going to do. I really don't. There's a million different ways this could go. There could be, for all we know, the who is it? The target of weed is going to move into the states and take over everything. Who knows when it's going to get legalized? There's a lot of stuff. Here's the deal. I think all weed is a great long-term play. Especially these big companies. Now you have to do your research to see which one's the best company. Who's going to come in and steal the market share? If we were to go to, I don't know, overseas or to a different country or somewhere where it's legal, maybe even in the States, I couldn't tell you, hey, this company is the biggest one everywhere. Like, for example, a great example that I used is In-N-Out, right? In-N-Out was in California or whatever, and everyone knew about In-N-Out. It's like, holy smokes, like In-N-Out was awesome. And it finally came to Texas, and the lines are just nonstop long. Everybody wants to eat In-N-Out. It's just the greatest thing since sliced bread, apparently. And and they were able to come in and steal the market share, no problem. You need to find that company for these weed stocks. You need to find which company that is, and hopefully it is the right company. But that's my only thing. So SNDL, I'm not really bullish on any one weed stock just because I'm not educated enough on it. And so if you're bullish on it, you need to make sure you're doing your education and be ready to hold for a long time. But whenever you do get that run, it may be something like this, and you may want to pull profits whenever you get it, and then buy back in it whenever it's low. I just be ready for that. But it looks like we may have found a bottom here. We've been trading pretty solidly around here, and hopefully that continues to go. Although it looks like previously I said we may have found a bottom here, so what do I know? What do I know? James says I smoke weed all day long and won't invest into any weed companies. How crazy is that? I just can't invest in a stoner run company. Good question. Well, maybe they don't use their own product though, but maybe. So much was in weed industry. Yeah. Gosh, it's tricky. Kraken's new. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'll get to you in just 1 second, Kraken. Let me get caught up a little bit and see what's going on. What are the predictions for AMC tomorrow? For AMC, as much as I want to, I want to say green. I think it's going to be green, but I am prepared for a red day. And the reason I think it's going to be green is because I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but it's just a feeling. I really don't have anything to support it. The whole market has been down for 2 days now, and I really don't have a reason as to why it would be down. Typically, we're going to see up one day, down one day, up one day, not necessarily in that order, but it goes up and down. But 2 down days seem kind of rough. I think we're on the SSR again for AMC and GME. So, or I'm not sure if GME's in the SSR. I don't see why it wouldn't be though. One day, did we have a big gap? Yeah. We should have. I think, yeah, 100%, right? We would have triggered it on this from 198 to 151. Yeah, that would have triggered. So, hoping for the best, but prepared for the worst is what I'll say. To give me my quick one. Thank you. Appreciate the information. None of it is financial advice, but I am always happy to share my thoughts and my opinions with you guys. Always so happy to share. Thank you for hanging out with me. Positive vibes for our baby AMC. Yes, Beverly, 100%. Nick says, what's your takes on stocks versus semiconductor chips, EV, AI stocks versus oil stocks versus semiconductor? So oil, I'm scared. I'm more bullish on future EV type stuff. I love EV stocks. I haven't done my education, or I guess I haven't done all my research on the best EV stocks and who's doing what's doing what. I do have an idea of like some companies, like for example, I like the concept of EV batteries. So whoever's going to be coming up with that, I think will have a great opportunity in the market. And again, I always use the analogy of you want to be the guy or the person that what do they do? Okay, so like they sell the miners the pickaxes, okay? You want to be the person in EV who sells the batteries to all the companies. Okay? You don't you want to sell it to Ford, to GM, to everybody, okay? Kia. You want everyone to buy your batteries. And I think that's the best business to be in. If you can find that company that is selling everything to everyone, is that's my opinion. In my opinion, that's where you probably want to be. Daryl says, I have been following SNDL for weeks and it hasn't made much of a move. Yeah, so um, Kraken, welcome. Kraken says, hi, I'm new. Can you give me some info on GOMO? Mark, we'll take a look at Palantir in just a second. Sorry, my friend, I missed you. GOMO. Okay, let's break it down a little bit. So these are basic materials, mineral resources, metals, and mining. Okay, we'll talk about that in a second because that triggered. Actually, before we even get into it, I like metal and mining, these minerals. This is one of those that goes overlooked. Okay, now imagine again being the people who sell the stuff to everyone. If these now I don't know what they do, but back to the EV conversation, if you're the person who mines the metals for all these EV companies, and let's say all of EV needs this one precious metal, and you're mining and you're the one mining it, no one else is mining it, and you just sell it to everyone, that is huge. If you can sell the batteries not only to EV companies, but let's say you're selling these materials to Duracell, to Energize, or whatever they're called, all those people, that's a great business to be in, selling it to everyone. So let's see what these guys do. The company is focused on exploration of the gold, as well as the lanthanide called neodymium. Yeah. Neodymium is vital for, sorry, I like to like make sure I like am saying these words. I just want to try. I don't know. Anyways, neodymium is vital, and I might be saying I'm wrong, but I'm trying. Is vital for the production of high performance performant magnet motors. I don't understand who creates these profiles. Used in a wide variety of electrical devices. The company owns interest in both this project and another gold exploration project. Okay, very interesting. Now, are they actually trying to mine gold? Gold, as we know, is very valuable right now. Gold is that's crazy. So hard to say exactly. Like, I guess I don't fully understand it. Maybe I have a small brain, or maybe it is as easy as they're just mining, and don't think about it too much crazier. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Let's see if we have any kind of annual price movement, or sorry, profits or anything. Not really seeing anything here for profits. I'm gonna go ahead and skip this for a second. Let's take a look at the institutions. Nothing. When were these guys listed? In 2010. So I'm not sure why all this information is missing. Kind of confusing for me. Taking a look here, it's an OTC market stock, so I wonder if that has anything to do with it. Over the 3-month period, nice little hump. Let's see if we have anything over. Let's look at 1 year. 1 year. Okay, this is a little bit of a better picture, so we can see they had a great run this year. Definitely a little bit of a retracement here as far as this run up and pulled back. Question is, did they find a bottom? It looks like there was a level of support here recently. And so hopefully they continue to respect this and they keep moving forward. But, I think if you're bullish on the stock or you want to take a look at it, I think you need to make sure you can answer the questions about what these are, who uses them, why do they use them, and, is it going to be valuable in the future? How long are you going to have to hold the stock? So good questions to make sure you're asking yourself. Beverly Clinton, thank you so much. Beverly says, thank you for the super chat. Beverly says, grab a beer. Make sure you are keeping your eyes on HOFV. Beverly, I will keep my eyes on HOFV. It's going to be added to my list of stocks to take a look at, as well as TCAT, because I love it whenever my people win. I may not have found the stocks for you all, but you know what? I'm still extremely supportive of the community. Cameron Davis. All right. Cameron is heading out. Work at 6 a.m. Need some sleep. Stay positive, y'all. God bless. Cameron, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate the continued support and showing up. I really do. Oh, Cameron, did I miss your stock? Oh man, Cameron, remind if you're still here, remind me tomorrow to take a look at your stock. I'll take a look at your stock. I don't think I looked at it yet. Sorry about that. James says I'm independent. I don't like either side, but man, the market needs to the cream. What? Oh, okay. So later you're gonna cut it. Oh gosh, here we go. Here we go. All right, we're gonna keep the I'm gonna keep those sentences in my head. I appreciate the I appreciate the thought, the commentary. I don't know. I'm gonna move on. Credit. Okay. Okay, what do you think about REP rep? Oh wait, are we talking about representatives? Palantir. Okay, let's take a look, Mark. Thank you for reminding me, my friend. I appreciate it. PLTR, right? Palantir. Okay, this is one of those stocks that whenever I say when I'm okay, Eddie, thanks for stopping by, my friend. Always happy to see you on here. You're always here, and I appreciate the support. You have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. AMC up and away. I love it. So Palantir is one of those companies where whenever I'm about to say what I'm about to say, you're gonna say what? As much as I've seen it on AMC and stuff, I mean on AMC on Wall Street Bets, WSB. Uh, let's see what they do, because I can't even recall what they do. Oh yes, okay, they do technology, software, and IT. And okay, so they're doing. Let's go ahead and read this really quick. They have two segments: commercial, which serves customers working in non-government industries, and government, which serves customers that are agencies in the United States federal government and non-United States governments. It has built two platforms. Yes, Gotham, and Gotham is a software platform which is constructed for analysts at defense and intelligence agencies. Okay, Gotham enables users to identify patterns hidden within data sets. Okay, so excellent stuff. And then their other one, what was their other one called? Foundry. Foundry creates a central operating system for organizations' data. Individual users can integrate and analyze data. Yeah, these are fantastic. This is kind of like, I'm not sure if it's considered AI or exactly how it's working, but guys, anything with the government on it says, for me, is money, money, money. That's exactly what I see right there. Oh, see you, Chris. Have a good night. Have a good night. And so that's what I see there. I think that means a lot of money, and I think that this could be great. This could be fantastic. Let's look at their financials and see exactly what we have going on. And let's see. So financials, taking a look at the annual. So gross profit yearly. Look, this is fantastic. Look, 430 million, 500 million, 740 million. Clear, steady, and seems like it's growing exponentially, which is great. This is fantastic. Let's look quarterly. Quarterly, I don't know why it's not letting me zoom out or anything. Oh, okay, relatively new. So hey, I love exactly what they're doing. Institutional ownership, they're relatively new, almost 20% institutional ownership. Granted, I don't know how long they've actually been around, and maybe they've established a name for themselves before going public. So take that with a grain of salt. What I just said there. We do have BlackRock and Vanguard there, always hanging out together. Let's see, news analysts. Hey, analysts are liking the stock, and I do like the stock also. I have not taken a position in here personally. I do like some of the stuff. the stuff that they're doing. Granted, I'm always a little weary with newer companies IPOs. Let's see how long this is, 2020. So I'm always a little bit weary whenever it comes to these things, okay? Just because they usually have a lot of volatility. And typically, this is actually a pretty impressive chart because typically I'll see it run up and then it'll run down or it'll trade down here, then it'll run up. Take a look at Roblox. Now, granted, they're very different industries, but taking a look at Roblox, we can see here, maybe on the 1 month it was, yeah. On the 1 month, the huge run up, kind of consolidated, and down, down, up, and then down. Just super volatile. You can see kind of in this kind of chart how it just looks crazy. Whereas Palantir looking, a little more steady. Let me zoom out a little bit. Where do I want to be? 1 year. So taking a look at the 1 year, granted, and what I'm looking at here, and that is different in Roblox, like they didn't run all the way up and then run all the way back down. They've been holding strong. So I do like this chart setup. I do like what they're doing. You are gonna have to ask yourself, where they're going to go with it, if it's going to work out, who their clients are, if they are in the military sector, and they're able to sell it to all these different, and remember, government doesn't have to be, or I guess they were talking about a little more military personnel, but if it's just like federal government and non-US government, I mean, they're really not limiting themselves. And if it's something that works really, really well, granted, the government is kind of known for moving a little bit slowly. Now, if this speeds them up a little bit, or if the platform truly is good and people are like, hey, this is a solid platform, the government trusts it, so we trust it as far as security goes. And it trickles down into, even if it trickles down to like little municipalities within the states and stuff, could be huge, could be pretty fantastic. And those are my thoughts. You ask for a little, you get a lot. You get a whole lot. Muñeco, welcome, welcome, welcome. New to the stream, man. Can you tell me your thoughts on Mingzhu Logistics? Let's take a look. Do you have a position in here? I'd love to know your where you are and what you got. So let's see what these guys logistics. I do like logistics. I'll tell you that right now. I like a lot of things. Do I ever say there's anything I don't like? You're welcome, Mark. No problem at all. No problem. I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for the question. Let's take a look. Oh, I see somebody mentioned Bitcoin. I'm gonna take a look at this stock right now. Don't think I'm bailing on you. I do want to see 54K. Okay, just curious, really quick. So let's see what this ticker. What is the ticker? YGMZ. Okay, they are a holding company mainly providing trucking service and transportation, or in the transportation industry. Sorry. Through its subsidiaries, it also provides air freight services and supply chain management services. It operates a truckload fleet with tractors and trailers. Its customers primarily include sizable logistic companies, freight forwarders, and warehouse operators. The company mainly conducts business within the China market. Okay, very interesting. So China market, China-based company, and taking a look here, very interesting. Logistics is one of those things. It's kind of tricky. I guess I'm not too versed on logistics. It seems like it's something that would be like a saturated market, right? But with the expansion of everything in the world, and granted, I don't know China's infrastructure or the size as compared to the states. I really don't know those kinds of things, but I think about in this, and maybe I'm a little naive, but I think about it as in the states. In the states, there's always going to be some kind of logistical thing that you need to overcome. Where I live by, I kind of live by a lot of like what are they called, like warehouses or whatever, distribution type centers, and so I see them all the time. And you know what? All these new companies popping up, everyone, in my opinion, a lot of people need logistics. They need good logistics. And even if I'm a huge logistics company, I can only cover so many clients. And I may not want to take on smaller clients. And it looks like, and it seems like it says something I want to read again is it says its primary customers its customers include primarily sizable logistics companies. So let's say these guys are let's say the companies over there are saturated. They're so busy they can't do anything. I think that and they're just outsourcing it to these guys. That could be a great business, because you know what, they don't need to just do from, let's use a weird example, but let's say the company only does logistics for, or let's say Rooms to Go, right? Rooms to Go, a lot of people ordered furniture because they were purchasing houses, so Rooms to Go, I'm sure, did had a fantastic year. um and so let's say Rooms to Go is maxed out. Well, who do they call? Well, they probably call a company like this, or or maybe they have a company that they use, and maybe their company is outsourcing to this company. Granted, I have no clue if that's actually what happens, but thinking about those kinds of ways that the business could operate could be very interesting. Let's take a look at them on an annual basis as far as their profit goes. So 3.81 million, 5 million, 4 million, kind of fluctuating up and down. Again, there's always a bigger picture here. Taking a look at the operating income, looks like the operating income did go down, but their profit really didn't go up very much. So I'm sure they're investing in themselves other ways. It's not really a, I guess I don't know too much about logistics, but it's not really a cheap company to operate, because you have to purchase the trucks. But then again, I only think, maybe they only need to purchase the trucks. So, you really have to know way more than I do about the industry. Institutional ownership, 0.26%, really not my favorite, but it does look like the company is probably relatively new, and realistically, I don't think they need the institutional ownership to be successful, to be profitable. They just need to make sure that they're able to capitalize on those clients and make sure that the clients are continuously rolling in. Let's look at the chart setup. So this chart, so it looks like I said, they were listed on, well, I can see it right here. Looks like October of 2020, so relatively new. Typically, I don't like these IPOs and stuff, and this is why. You can see it kind of ran up, consolidated, nice, huge run up here. I mean, just insane. But realistically, it makes me a little bit nervous with this. With this kind of stuff, you don't know if $5 is the bottom, or if $3 is the bottom, or if it continues to go under $3. So I'd be a little bit careful. I'd make sure you do your homework to see exactly who they're supporting, who they're servicing, if they have huge customers. You can visit their website and see if they have a lot of good stuff going for them. Hopefully they do, but it's very possible that they may take a little while to blow up. And again, I do like it whenever companies consolidate. They had a run, maybe they had a run for a good reason, or maybe it was just a lot of hype that died down. And if they get a lot of hype or another run, hey, you could really make some serious profits here if it goes up to, even $37, $30 again, and just catch it on the way up. Heck, even if it went from to $20, that'd be a great little flip for you. Yeah, no problem, Kraken. My pleasure. Man, Muhammad is diamond handsing at 309. Very impressive. Muhammad says, "Do you think GME is done?" Jason, I would love to know, your opinions, my friend, on GameStop, and in this stuff. Um, I'm sure Muhammad is just a little scared. Muhammad, I'm not sure if you have a position in GameStop, but there's some questions you really just have to ask yourself. What do you think they're gonna do? Do they have a technical setup for a short squeeze? At this point, we have to remember that we're in an interesting place. We're in a place and this is what my video talked about last night that I released super late. It was pretty crazy, but this video that I released last night was essentially saying, it doesn't matter what GameStop's kind of fundamentals are right now. It matters, are we in a technical position for a squeeze? And I think that we are in a technical position for a squeeze. If you look at the everything going on with the short, the failures to deliver, the short interest, like all this stuff that's going, the available shorts, short shares, the short shares available, whatever the word is. It looks like there's some good stuff going on for it. I won't tell you to invest or not to invest. I really can't tell you, but I do like the stock. I don't have a position in the stock, but I really like their situation for a squeeze. Now if you really have to. I wouldn't call it impressive. Foolish and patent gambler. Everything is not impressive. Muhammad, I'm not sure which one we're talking about. Institutions. I was talking about GameStop. Oh my gosh, see, I just talk forever. I don't even know what I'm saying. Masters, we'll get to you in 1 second, my friend. And so yeah, so you know, that's the question. Do you think they're in a position to squeeze? If so, great. If not, no problem. Okay, so if you look at the 10K that just came out, there's some specific language in there that mentions the amount of short interest. They're literally saying they know it's short. Right, Jason, that's a great point. And I think okay, well, I guess it was GameStop. I'm not sure if AMC mentioned it, but I do remember seeing that in one of these things, they literally mentioned, in like, I think it was in quotations, they talked about the short squeeze. So, oh, impressive that I'm holding it 309. I, what I meant is your diamond hands, your I don't know the PG-13 PG way to say this, but you your strength is what I'll say. Your strength in commitment, I guess. I'm trying to find a nice way to word it. But anyways, Jason, great point. So yes, they know. But again, I'm not sure if, how often you've been here, but one of the things that I wish GameStop was doing was continuing to rally the the apes. They need to continue to rally the apes. They need to get more people excited about this stock to continue the price action. I don't think they're giving enough information about what they're trying to do, what the future is for the company, to continue to have people rallied. I, I think they're losing. Well, I don't think they're losing steam, but I worry that some people are getting a little worn out, and I would just love a small rally. But great points, great points. I appreciate your yes, Chris knows the words. Uh, Stamina. I appreciate everyone trying to help me find a great word here. I was obviously struggling a little bit, but yes, yeah, we don't have all the information about GameStop though. We don't have all the information. We can speculate what the information is. We can look at what the SEC, what's been reported to the SEC, and we can see what's been happening. Let me, in my personal opinion, I don't think that let me go to March 10th really quick. Oh, I passed it right here. I had a perfect little flick to it. Is this March 10th? Oh man, I really flicked away. March 10th. Wait, is this the right stock? 9. Okay, I'm not doing something right. 10. Oh, okay. It's not loading for some reason. Sorry about that. So this kind of stuff right here is what makes me think, you know what? Even if you didn't think there was a short squeeze is going to happen or whatever, why would something like this happen? In my opinion, possible, and especially whenever the articles were released at this time, 11:55, and nothing happened until saying that, hey, GameStop just plummeted, and then try to cover up that article or whatever. I think that uh, this kind of stuff, I really leaves me to believe that this is going to squeeze, and that's my opinion. That is my opinion, not financial advice. If you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen. Um, but if you're in here, and if you're you may want to average down. And this way, if you average down to 200, and then you don't have to make it all the way back to 300. You make it to 200, and you'll probably feel a little bit better. Or you can cut your losses and move on. And if you were in AMC, I'd tell you the same thing. Uh, you're gonna have to make the decision for yourself. Masters, welcome. Just got here, bro. Got shares, obviously down, hold, I'm guessing, right? Masters, so as you just heard, I'm not really allowed to tell you what to do. Nothing I say is financial advice, but personally, I'm holding, and I will be averaging up, technically, because I have a much lower average cost per share. But as this continues to go down, I'm going to continue to add to my position, because I feel like it's a great, in my opinion, I feel like the stock is kind of on sale-ish, and I feel like I'm gonna make a lot of return on my investment, and I'd be comfortable adding to my position. So that's my opinion. So if you like the stock, if you can afford to hold, if you would like to hold, then sure, hold. Maybe and if you're anticipating a squeeze, it'll be great. My personal opinion is I think the stock could be worth $25 to $30 without a squeeze by the end of the year, worst case scenario. And that's my personal opinion. And Russ says we don't have the most recent FTD failure to deliver data information, unfortunately. Right, we don't have it just yet, but we can see what we have from the past few months. We've seen from the past few months that there are a, a lot of failure to delivers. A lot. Francisco, I'm new to investing. What programs are good to start with? Welcome, Francisco. I really don't have a program that I could really recommend at the moment. You know, you know, what you may want to do is just watch, you know, if you want to watch some streamers or some YouTube videos, you know, I'd highly recommend taking a peek at a few. I'm gonna One of my goals is really to create a little course. I want to create a little course. And I do, like, for example, I also want to create like a options for beginners video, just a very little intro, a quick intro, just to talk about some of these things. So I have a few of these videos that I really plan on releasing, and those videos are going to be a little I think are going to be great for the kind of the growth of the channel. You know, whenever I make a video about a stock, you know, let's say I make a video about Senseonics, and you know, it's been 3 weeks, and you know, maybe it's outdated or something, which I don't think it's outdated, but for example, you know, it's not really good for just personal channel growth. So I do want to make some videos that are going to be great for longevity that we can kind of refer back to and take a look at it. So if you want to stick around, hey, I'd be happy to have you. Great effort. Thanks, Mohammed. Sanjay, feel free to just put it in the chat one time, my friend. We're trying to catch up on the chat. I'm getting so far behind because I just start talking. Sean bought more today. I love it. I love it. How likely are the squeezes to happen at the moment after today? Hey, you know what? I don't really think that has really changed too much as far as the squeeze goes. Personally, what I'm waiting for is the DTCC rule to be this rule 801 to be approved. And once it's approved, holy smokes, there's a guys and I talked about this. I don't think that they're trying to pass these rules so quickly in the you know, the DTCC rules so quickly, like, just for no reason. I really think that they're trying to pass them to use them. These guys don't want to be stuck with the bill, or whoever would be stuck with the bill. And and remember, they said that they're trying to they don't want other I'm trying to think of the exact verbiage, but they're afraid it seems like they're afraid it's going to trickle into other like brokerages, other of their other like hedge funds, essentially, because the whatever's going to happen. And so I think that's why they're trying to pass these rules so quickly. I do think this one's going to be passed hopefully within like a month or two at the latest, and that's what I'm hoping for. So I think, you know, we may be in it for the long haul, but I personally am going to continue to hold because I think it's going to print. I really think it's going to print. Appreciate the feedback. I think the same thing. Flex sub. Appreciate the sub masters. I really do. And you know, I'm just gonna keep it honest with you guys. I'm gonna give you my personal opinions, and I'm gonna continue to. That's what I'm gonna do. James says, I lost a lot of money today, but I'm happy about it. I love red days. You know, there's this sounds weird, but I don't mind red days. You know, I know there's going to be a red day, but you know what? Whenever we have a red day, and it's in my personal opinion, if it's not too bad of a red day, you know, I'm okay. And because you know what, it can't be red forever. We get a little bit of red, and you know what? We're gonna have a little bit of green. So I feel okay with it. Let me see. Will they shoot up again? Keith, that's a great question. No one can ever tell you if they're going to shoot up. If you go to a stream or something and say they're going to shoot up, then that's a question. So you say GME isn't good. I'd love to know what your supporting arguments about why it's not good. You know, I'd love, please share your thoughts, you know, about why you think the stock isn't good, stuff like that. So durable, I just joined the stream. What did I miss about the AMC stock? Great question. So AMC stock, taking a look here. AMC is, if you're bullish on the stock, it's currently on sale. Could be an excellent time to buy if you would like to. Not financial advice. You do what you would like to do. But it's looking more and more enticing to me by the day to just add to my position, because whenever we moon, potentially, I don't know what I'm allowed to say about that, but In my opinion, I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic. And, whenever the share, let's put it this way, guys, whenever the stock was at $14, I bet you were like, dang, I should have bought more at $8. I should have bought more at $5. I should have bought more at $10. And look, now may be the time to put your money where your mouth is. And do that. Mohammed says, I have no capital left to buy the dip. Mohammed, I am in the same exact boat as you. As much as I would absolutely, absolutely love to add it to my position right now at $10.66. And look, it's even lower, $10.17 technically in the after hours. As much as I would love to add to my position, I'm kind of tapped out of capital. But again, as this continues to go down, I don't know. I'm gonna save up. I don't know what I have to do, but I will find a way. Even if it's just a few shares, I'll find a way to add in my position because I'm gonna continue with it. Jason, do you see the GME stock Reddit thread? My friend, Wall Street Bets is full of threads. I would love to know. I would love to know about what's going on. Oh, GME SEC filing, page 15. Hey, if you're in the Discord, could you drop me a link or something? I would love to see it. And oh, did someone drop me a link here? Toasty, Mr. Oh, someone tried to call me. What are you guys doing? You guys are crazy. I would love to see a link for that, and maybe I can pull it up on the screen and we can all take a look together. Oh gosh, okay. Let's see. Durable says, I just joined the stream. Okay, so let's talk about AMC. Oh yeah, we talked about AMC. That's what's going on, Durable. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. A lot going on right now. SEC. Okay, so Jason, thank you for explaining for me here in the comments. Let's see. Investors may purchase the shares of our Class A common stock to hedge our existing exposure or speculate on the price of our Class A common stock. Let me see. I'm not in it for the trading day, Chris. Okay, so I'm super interested to know. So it seems like they're trying to expose, and I'm wondering if they're doing that, kind of following in AMC's footsteps, because it seems like AMC is kind of doing this to do the stock count, and I wonder where they are with the stock count. I don't know the process of that, but all of these things, the DTCC rules, even the economy opening up, the AMC counting the stock. There are so many different things that are going in. If you do believe in a squeeze, there's so many things going in in favor. If you do believe in the squeeze, that sounds fantastic. So Chan says, my personal opinion about AMC. The business of movie theaters are fully open, but it may close the business again. In Brazil, more than 2,000 people are dying daily from COVID. It can spread fast. Chan, I agree with that opinion. One of my fears is that there's going to be an outbreak in an AMC theater and there's going to be a dip. It's going to dip. Do I think it's going to crash the stock completely and it's not going to recover? No, it doesn't seem like you're implying that either. But we may, just something to think about, guys. There could be a little dip, and I'll just keep the capital on hand to buy the dip if it's a good dip. And that's my personal opinion. That's what I'll probably do. But I think there is a very, very, very real possibility that these stocks are going to dip, and then that may happen. Okay, so something to definitely keep in mind about what is available for the future, what may happen. Okay, guys, what is a squeeze? So I'm new to the market. Oh boy. How can I okay, let me give you a good little example of a squeeze. Let me give you the super short breakdown of a squeeze, and then I am gonna start probably heading out. We are five. I hate to ask, but we are five likes. Let's put it this way, if you guys are having a good time, please don't forget to like the stream. It helps me out with that YouTube algorithm and all that good stuff that I don't fully understand, but I would appreciate it. So let's do a very, very quick synopsis of what's going on with this squeeze, right? So oh gosh, quick synopsis. I estimate it's going to take me approximately 30 minutes to explain, but we'll see. So first squeeze, basically what's happening is let's talk about GameStop, right? So there are positions that hedge funds have taken in GameStop for basically they're anticipating that the stock is going to go down, so they shorted a position. Now, if you are familiar with shorting, so I'm not sure if you're familiar with options, but essentially what like calls and puts, right? So a call, well, let's skip all that. A short position means they think the stock is going to go down. And so if a stock is $23 right here, which it was in 2017, and they short it, they the lower the stock goes, the more money they make. And that's what they were doing, right? So what they ended up doing is they shorted the stock more shares than were actually available to trade. Okay. So let's say there are, 1 million shares available to trade. They shorted it way more than 1 million shares. Now, the problem with the short is shorts are very risky, right? Because you can only gain $23.81 from this point, and it could be from whichever point down to zero. And theoretically, if that's bankruptcy or whatever, that's all they can get. And they continue to do that, and they got super greedy, and they put themselves in a very vulnerable position. So, Chris, thank you for the like and the sub. I appreciate that. Hopefully I'm helping some people out. So that's what happens in a short position. Okay. Now their loss is infinite. And when I say infinite, I mean, it's literally infinite. They can lose. So like this right here, if this continues to go up, their losses are going to be catastrophic. And it already is catastrophic based on the current price and what we've seen and what's been going on. They're literally losing billions with a B. Okay. And so that's essentially what's happening. They're in a technical position. They put themselves out there in a bad place. And now they're literally paying the price for it. And it's something to keep in mind is being, it's called the float, is the total amount of shares available. Trading more shares, or shorting more shares than is available in the float is illegal. It's called naked shorting. And you're not allowed to do that. So that's what they've done. So what's happening is somebody found this. A special man by the name of Keith Gill, aka Roaring Kitty. He found this, and he's been kind of spreading his findings and saying, hey, I think I have something here since 2019 or something. He's been talking about it for a long time, and he wrote it all the way down. He's been talking about it all this time, and it seems like it kind of caught on, and a lot of people decided, hey, you know what, why not? It's a few bucks. Sure, let's throw a few bucks in here and see what happens. And some people literally got in the stock at, $2, $3, $4, whatever, $5. They got a bunch of shares, and now some people are millionaires. We've seen a bunch of millionaires made on Reddit, and Keith Gill himself, he already doubled down on his position. And I really haven't seen one of his updates recently, but he's literally made tens of millions of dollars at this point. Okay. On calls and stuff that have already expired. So, and from my understanding, he even doubled down on his position. So he's like rich. And that's essentially what's happening with the squeeze. So a very, very quick explanation. I think I explained it okay there, in a very simple way to understand. So hopefully that helps. And now we're in a squeeze position. So theoretically, people are under the impression that the squeeze isn't over, that there's still a ways to go, right? That AMC could go up to who knows what, let's say 50 plus, like 2000, like you can go, some person had some pretty good information of how AMC could literally go to $2,000 per share. And some people are saying, GameStop can go 1,000 plus per share, whatever. So that's what's happening. People think it's not over and it's going to continue. So just a quick explanation of kind of where we are. And it's, while we've had a bad, day or few days, whatever you want to say, people still like the stock. I personally still like the stock. And I'm going to continue to add to my position because I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to continue to do well. I won't tell you what to do. I can't tell you what to do. It's fine. It's not financial advice. It is what it is. But I'll let you make your own decision. And if you do decide to invest, then just be aware, it's going to be a bumpy ride. And just be prepared to either lose it all or, make it all. Keep in mind the economy's opening, all this stuff. So, some interesting stuff. I think it's, I'm very excited about, the future. Okay. I think I saw one more thing that I wanted to answer. Sorry guys, I'm not gonna be able to get to all the chat. Let's see what Mike said. Mike said, do you think they went long on the 14 million? in the money calls last week, or did they fail to deliver? Mike, great question. I think, guys, I think they're continuing to fail to deliver. And the reason is because I think it's a relatively small fine. I'm sure it's probably $10,000 to probably $150,000, or I really don't know, and I don't know how often they would have to pay it. Well, I guess I won't give a number. I think it's small in the scheme of things. You know, we've seen that they don't care about rules, they don't care about regulations, they really aren't really held to very many of them. And I think and I think they've realized this, them being the hedge funds, and they're like, well, we're just gonna do whatever we want, and hopefully we can scare some people out of their positions, or something. Or I think that and I also think that the the DTCC, the SEC, all these guys are realizing, holy crap, like, look what we've allowed to happen. These people are running amok. Now we look like fools, and they're making us look like fools. They look like fools. They're going to lose a lot of money, and we don't want them to go bankrupt, and then we're on the hook for the money. There's a lot of different ways you can speculate what is happening, a bunch of different stuff. But that's that. So I do think I forgot what the question was, but crazy stuff, crazy stuff. Okay, guys. Here's the. I do have to go. I've been on longer than I was supposed to be, but I appreciate everyone stopping by. I really do. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I'm streaming every single day from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central. So if you want to stop by, be sure to make sure you're subscribed. You know, I don't want you to miss anything. And we'll be hanging out. We'll be having a good time. And you know, we'll talk about stocks. And then also, whenever when the squeeze is over, what are you going to do? You know, you need to make sure you have not only an exit strategy, but you need to know, okay, I'm rich, now what? How do I keep this money? How do I gain more money? And how do I retire early? And that's what my goal is, to have people do, you know. And you know, that's you know, I want everyone to succeed, everyone to win. I'm gonna a lot of great plans for the channel, so it's gonna be great. Okay, you guys have a great night. Diamond, you guys have a good night. Bobby, James, everybody who's here. I appreciate everybody hanging out. I'm bag holding. Some people, you know, well, it is what it is. I don't know. I can't even address it right now. But I will talk to you guys very soon. Time to get a financial advisor. Tom, that's what Tom says. Yeah. And you know, at that point, maybe you'll move on from me, but at least we had a good time. Maybe we can still chat. And yeah, we could be riding around in our Lambos, and we'll have a good time. But that's what I have for you. Okay. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate the continued support. We'll be on tomorrow. I know it's hard for me to say goodbye, guys. I'll say goodbye for 10 minutes, and then here we go. So I'm just gonna head out like a band-aid. Okay. I will see you guys tomorrow, and we're gonna be hanging out, having a great time, and we'll get to more of these stocks. All right. You guys have a great night. All right. Peace.